Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast, and I'm just checking in on you. Just seeing how you're doing. I'm going to check in on you. You think the government's going to check in on you, man? Check in to see how much you're making. Hey, the more you make, the more they take. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to check in on you. Am I really checking in on you? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know what to fucking do with myself right now. The World Series is over. And, I got so fucking into it. I watched the last 14 Blue Jays games. I was just like, I'm just going to root for these guys. And then you watch the whole damn thing. And now it's over. And it's just like, now what am I supposed to do? Huh? Face myself and all my demons? No. Football, basketball, hockey, here we go. Keep burying it, dude. Push it down. It's about ready to come out during the holidays. That's how you do it. That's how you do it if you're a man. I started to watch one of my second Celtic game this year. I don't recognize anybody on the team. We were playing the Utah Jazz, one of the uglier games I've seen in a while. We were shooting 47% the first quarter. And the other guys weren't shooting much better. It was just, and they just kept launching threes. I can't believe either one of the rims was still standing with the amount of fucking bricks that were being thrown up. But I bet if I hung in there, it's a game of runs. Right? So I bet everybody got hot, everybody heated up, and I probably missed one of the best games of the year. Anyway, Billy Jimbod. Billy fucking Jimbod. Down 4 pounds. Went down a notch on the belt, too. I was a tweener. I was him tween on my belt. And now I moved down one. I got one more fucking notch to go down. And then, I don't know, probably have to buy a new belt. You know, the things you have to do. The things you do for love. Anyway, I started to watch I watched this movie, The Vanishing, the original one. Incredibly disturbing and creepy movie. One of Stanley Kubrick said it was the scariest movie he ever saw. I would say maybe I don't think it's scarier than The Shining. To be honest with you, The Shining scared the shit out of me. I don't know. And then last night I started to watch. I'm going to watch The Vanishing again, just because there's all of this stuff when you go back and watch it a second time that they're laying in there is amazing. And then what I was really excited about there was a lot of French speaking. You know, what am I trying to say? It was sort of Dutch and French, and I understood so much of the French, so many of the words and all of that. It's really exciting. I swear to God, if I just had the time, if I could just fucking go over there, if I could go over there for 3 months, it would be over. I just was in it, up to my fucking eyeballs in croissants and crepes. I think I would have it. I got to get back over there again and do another gig. Fuck it. I think I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go over there. That's what I'm going to do. What am I going to do? I'm going to watch some hockey, fucking basketball and football. And, I was still, looking up stuff about that World Series. And now there's people breaking down how the Blue Jays blew it and having it come down to one fucking person. Why do people always... There's fucking 9 guys out there. They had 100 pitchers in there. Everybody who went up and didn't hit a fucking home run to end it. Isn't that their fault too? People always try to figure out, you know why it all sucked? That is one of the biggest fucking wastes of time in your life. When shit doesn't work out, to go back in a negative way to try to figure out why. All right, who do we put this on? You know, I mean, I guess growing as a person, if something, doesn't work out for you, you got to go back and think about what you did wrong. I understand that, I guess. But, with sports, people always want to put it on one person. They want to put it on one person so then they can take all of this shit that they haven't dealt with and then fucking put it on that person, which I totally get after that fucking comedy festival. Here's something I fucking saw. I read French newspaper. I read this French newspaper, Le Parisien. Every day. I try to read the front page, as much of it as I can understand. And people were outraged. There was some company that makes like sex dolls, these super realistic looking sex dolls, and they came out with a line of them that looked like kids, like under 10 years old. They're like commoditizing pedophilia. So obviously people were like freaking out. So I can't imagine what some of these people, if you're upset about a comedy festival, I can't imagine what the fuck you're going to have to say about that. My guess is going to be absolutely nothing. Anyway, now why don't the nerds unleash the bots on that thing? Why don't they do that? It's kind of funny that they didn't, right? What does that mean? Who are the bots protecting and what are they doing? Like, do they own a piece of that fucking sex doll company? How the fuck did that conversation go? Just one fucking time. Can somebody just press record in the conference room when you're making a decision on that? How do you talk around it? You know what? Instead of calling them kids, they probably call them, we have a new line of compact models. They go, yeah. Anything that's any doll that looks of legal age to bang is called a full size. And then teens are their mid-size. And then you have the small, medium, and large. And then you go in there like you're ordering a cappuccino at a fucking shitty coffee shop. All right? Because if anybody knows anything about coffee, there's only one size for a fucking cappuccino. And there's only one size human being you bang. And that's on the other side of the legal age, you motherfuckers. So, anyway, if you're like me, if you've lived some life, people have disappointed you. People have upset you. People have hurt you. You've hurt people or whatever. So if you're like me, you just hang on to the hurt. And then it turns into anger and resentment. And then, you fucking, every time you beep your horn, rather than just beeping at somebody, you got to hold it down for at least 30 seconds. That's how it, tries to get out. And so it was actually this morning, I was having a cup of coffee and some overnight oats, which were fantastic. I'm eating like that guy that, in the old Grape Nuts commercials. That's why I had breakfast. You ever remember those things? The guy would be out on the back porch in the bathrobe and have a bowl of grape nuts with like fruit inside of it, which we always thought was fucking hilarious because nobody took the time to slice up fruit, unless your parents were immigrants. But if they were real American heroes, they don't have time to cut up fruit to put it in your cereal. They would, yeah, I remember like looking and going, look at this guy. The guy's fucking jacked. He's outside. The bears are afraid of him. He's probably got some fucking hot piece of hash inside, right? He just looks, he's got this fucking, sort of house, A-frame, log cabin-y, fucking I know how to fix shit. They were selling you all on that, right? I've been eating like that lately. Minus the A-frame, minus the jackbod. Still have a pretty, my wife is easy on the eyes. Let's put it that way. When you're in love with a beautiful woman. Dr. Hook. Anyway, so I've learned that, so I was sitting there today, as I'm continuing my journey of trying to get this fucking anger out of me. I feel like I cut down the tree and now I just have this stump. And I don't have that stump remover thing, I got like a fucking shovel. So I was reading this whole fucking thing on how to forgive people. And you cannot believe how much work it is. It's like, wait a minute, you're going to fuck me over and then I have to do all of this work, or else I'm going to be fucking angry. And then other people they're not going to like me because of the shit you did that's now on me, and then I'm angry and I come at them in a fucked up way? What? That's how this show... Dude, it was like A, B, C steps, and then there was 3 things to do in each one of them. And I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to therapy now, so I'm just going to make a copy of that, and I'm going to be like, all right, here's how you forgive people. How do I do this? And then I'm just going to take out this scroll and just fucking let it fly and be like, these are all the people that I feel in my head fucked me over in the last 57 years. And each and every one of them still lives on inside of me. So how do we rectify this situation? Anyway, I was at my daughter's soccer practice yesterday, having a great time, watching the kids play. I tell you, kids in California can play soccer, man. There were some, I feel like when I went down there was a lot of multilingual families. And soccer's the biggest game in the world. So, these kids are just, I don't know, I feel like all their parents play. Even the moms, if the ball gets kicked over, they don't just kick it back. They do a little something with it, and then they fucking send it back. And I'm like, all right, I've never been in this world. There's some really, really good fucking players. And my daughter's hanging with them, so it's making me really proud. So afterward... she wants to go get something. She wants to go buy Starbucks or something. She goes, Dad, you don't drink Starbucks coffee, right? I said, no, it's garbage. And she said, why is it garbage? I go, I don't know. It's like they don't care. So anyway, I'm waiting to make a left to go into this thing. And this fucking asshole is just sitting there with 3 car lengths to let this person go by. And now I'm blocking traffic. They would just pull up 1 car length. I could get behind them. And I'm all upset because this person is just in their own fucking world and doesn't realize what they're doing to my life. And I am beside myself that this person has the audacity to not consider me. You know what I mean? I'm doing one of those things. Stupid, right? So I go, look at this fucking guy. And then I just said to my daughter, I just said to her, I go, you know what? I'm flipping out again. She goes, yep. And I go, do you deserve this? She goes, no. And I go, no, you don't. So guess what I'm going to do? And she goes, stop. And I go, yes. And then we both laughed, and that was it. There you go. So, I'm like the Bruins. I'm getting some wins here. I'm turning it around. I'm rebuilding the franchise, but I'm seriously going to do that. I'm going to learn how to forgive people, and one of them is then you got to have a boundary. The part I liked the best was it was like, if you choose to continue the relationship, there has to be a boundary. And that's the part I like. It's like, I don't choose to continue the relationship, and that is the boundary. Fuck off. So anyway, I gotta figure out how to let this shit go. And with that, I'm getting ready to do some road gigs here. I got some road gigs coming up. And you know what? I might just say fuck it. And go back to Paris. Why the fuck not? What else am I going to do? You know, I'm becoming a fancy man here. I'm learning how to speak another language. I'm watching the Criterion Channel. Criterion Channel, as I keep saying, Criterion Channel, if you're not familiar with it, it's Cinemax for smart people. All right, there's still nudity. There's still plenty of violence, but the gorgeous way that it is executed in these movies, it's beautiful. You don't feel filthy. You don't feel bad watching it. It's very artistic. As opposed to that smut they got going on. And I don't know what Cinemax is anymore, but when I was a kid, you know, Cinemax was the closest thing to free online porn that you could get to. Late night Cinemax on the weekends, that was definitely where it was at. If you ever wondered where it was at in the white suburbs in 1983, Cinemax, 11:30 movie, Friday or Saturday night. That was where it was at. You were going to see Bush. And I don't mean the band. Oh, sorry. Anyway, I know this all sounds ridiculous to anybody under the age of like 45, but it was a big fucking deal. It was a big deal in the 80s. All right, everybody, driving down the street here, patching this podcast together. Okay, it's Simply Safe, everybody. If you listen to this show, you know I absolutely love my Simply Safe home security system. That's why I'm so excited. Simply Safe is giving my fans of my show early access to their Black Friday sale. I love Simply Safe because it can actually stop crime before it starts. Here's what I mean. When you think of security, you probably think of an alarm in a house that reacts after an intruder has already broken in. That's too little and too late there. Simply Safe is different. It's the only home security you can actually call real security. That's because Simply Safe keeps watch outside your home and takes action before a criminal breaks in. Keep them outside the house, they say. If someone is lurking or doing something they shouldn't be, oh Jesus, Simply Safe's live agent immediately let them know they're on camera, and if they don't leave, the police will be dispatched. Other security systems have outdoor cameras too, but they rely on you getting the alert and taking action. Simply Safe does that for you. It's like having a private security guard stationed outside your home. You will feel so much better knowing Simply Safe has your back. Don't miss this sale. Go to simplysafe.com/Burr today and you will get 60% off any new system. This is their best deal of the year. You won't ever see a better price. And with the 60-day money-back guarantee and no long-term contract, Simply Safe earns your business by keeping you safe and satisfied every day. Get 60% off your new system at simplysafe.com/Burr. There's no safe like Simply Safe. Okay, everybody, it's Squarespace. This podcast is sponsored by Squarespace. It's also brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain, showcase your offerings with a professional website, grow your brand, and get paid all in one place. Squarespace gives you everything you need to offer services and get paid all in one place. From consultations to events and experiences, showcase your offerings with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business. Get paid on time with professional on-brand invoices and other online payments. Plus, streamline your workflow and built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools. Squarespace makes it easy to showcase your expertise, engage clients with video content on your website, upload and organize your videos, create stunning video libraries, and even monetize your content by adding a paywall. Perfect for online courses, exclusive tutorials, and premium workshops. Check out squarespace.com/Burr for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code BURR, B-U-R-R, to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/Burr for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code BURR, B-U-R-R, to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Anyway, I got a bunch of shit I got to do, but I'm getting inspired, though. I was sitting there by myself having breakfast, my overnight oats and my coffee, and I was just going like, all right, what are we going to do? What's the next move here? And I just Googled how to forgive people. And now I feel like, now that I've Googled that, like the ads that I'm going to be getting, you know, remember those stupid pictures that they sold 1 million of them? You guys don't remember this shit. It was these weirdo fucking pictures of kids, and they had these giant eyes. You know, I got to get you the names of these. People used to fucking buy them. They were the creepiest goddamn photos. I'm going to look this up. Big-eyed kids artist. Here we go. The artist famous for big-eyed children paintings is Margaret Keane. No, that's not her. Those aren't the ones. No. That's not. No, fuck you. Before that. You know what I mean? Before 9 Inch Nails. I'm going ministry here. Let's see, 1970s. These things were fucking weird. They keep showing me that same lady. I don't know. They were upsetting. I don't even know why I'm saying I'm going to get fucking ads. It's to see if I want to buy those. Which, by the way, I started my Christmas shopping, and I've kind of given into the fact that, like, just about every store is closed now. Like, pharmacies are closing. Like, Dwayne Reed's are closing out here. And within those Dwayne Reed's is Thrifty ice cream. That the greatest generation, the baby boom generation, they go in there and they get ice cream. You know? They come in there with those big white sneakers with the Velcro things and they get themselves some pistachio ice cream. And now what are they supposed to do? Because you're too fucking lazy to get off the couch to go down and buy a tube of toothpaste. Now these old people can't go in and get their ice cream. Where they supposed to go? Some artisan place now? And get 2 scoops for what they used to pay for a pint? I mean, this is the kind of shit that politicians need to address. All right? I feel that if you fought in wars and you paid into the Social Security system for over 65 years, there should be a pharmacy near you where you can walk down and get yourself an ice cream for a couple of bucks. I don't think that's asking too much. I think that's a nice, thanks for playing. That's kind of what you get at the end of your life. If you haven't built a life of friends and loved ones or whatever. If you just sort of like, we're in the rat race, it just spits you out the other side. Like, all right, thanks for playing. It just sends you out the side door of life. Standing in the alley. Now what? You just hear the beeping of a cardio machine or whatever. Whatever the fucking cardiomyopathy. What do you call those little fucking things when you're laying in a hospital bed? The original Craftmatic adjustable bed. That's when we really got fucking fat in this country. When they started selling hospital beds for when you're at home and you're not even sick. So you can sit up and eat that bowl or whatever and not have it fucking fall onto your chest. I think that's when you really know that there's something going on with you. that you're not aware of. There's some sort of deep sadness within you when, like, whatever concoction you made in your kitchen, and then you climb into your bed and you set the bowl of sadness down on your little end table. And as you're taking the ride up to 45 degrees, just like in that moment, because you can't start eating, because you can't watch the show, because you have to wait for this 8-second ride, in those 8 seconds, you have this moment of self-reflection of what has happened to me. And right as that sadness and that profound moment starts to take hold, the bed stops. And then you just fucking reach over to whatever that bowl of salt or sugar to get you fucking ramped up, right? And you binge watch a series. That's what you do. But maybe that's what you should do. Like, I don't understand God. Like, he just makes people and horrible things happen to us, and then you spend the rest of your life trying to get that pain out of you. You know? And if you don't, I guess you failed. Whatever the meaning of life is, I guess you failed. And then you sit across from the guy who made the pedophile or whoever made the fucking alcoholic mom, whatever the fuck you had, right? And now he's going to look at you and be like, that's what you did with your life? You just ate ice cream and binge watched TV shows? And you're like, hey, man, like, I wasn't hurting anybody. And then God looks at you like, yeah, but you weren't helping anybody either, were you? What about the creators of the show? That doesn't fly here. See ya. And then he sends you down to hell. So anyway, speaking of hell, I started fucking Christmas shopping. And I have all of these ideas. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just going to do it online like everybody else. Right? So I go online. I got a friend of mine. I went to get this person a gift certificate to the Criterion Channel. And it took me almost a half an hour to get it done. Creating an account, coming up with the password, typing the password in, the password doesn't match, blah, 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 blah. Selecting the fucking thing. I did an e gift card so I could email it to the person, but they still wanted the person's address. I'm like, I'm not giving you that fucking address. So I just gave them my address again. And it was just like, I absolutely lost my mind. And then what I loved was I had no way of knowing if the person got it afterward. It's like, I just gave you $100. And like, there's no receipt. I don't have the thing. Order status. And it just said delivered. My question is, what if it isn't? Then I went and I wanted to get, my son, he's been watching hockey with me. He said, Dad, I want to watch the hockey. He likes it. He wants to play hockey and everything. So I'm like, this is fucking amazing. So I want to get him a Bruins t-shirt. I look up Bruins merchandise. I click on it. It's a bunch of bullshit. I realize I'm not on the Bruins website. Some nerd figured out a way to make sure that if you search Bruins merchandise, that this fucking stupid website would come up first. Was on that one for 7 minutes before I realized that. I get off of that one. Then I go to the NHL one. All I want to do is all I want to do is shop for Christmas. I just want to fucking get him a t-shirt. And all the cool ones are sold out. And all these ugly ones, every size is available. It's like, I know what the fuck you're doing. I know what you're doing. You're not sold out. How are you sold out? I'm going directly to the fucking manufacturer. You got a whole fucking warehouse full of them. But you're just going to say that they're sold out because you want to push this other merch. Not available. Everything I looked up was not fucking available. But all the ugly bullshit that nobody wants to buy is available. And what they wanted was me to go into a panic. And be like, I gotta get him something. And just fucking click on it. Well, I didn't. I didn't click on it. I yelled at my computer. I walked around the house and yelled about it to myself instead, and I got nothing done. And it is now November 5th. Oh, Jesus. It's so stupid. The whole thing is so fucking dumb. And every year it sneaks up on me. And this year I was just like, I'm going to get this shit done. And I'm going to have it done by the end of November. And I'm going to have all my gifts wrapped and ready to fucking go. And that's it. And then the day after Thanksgiving, I'm going to go out and get my Christmas tree. Bing, bang, boom. Right? November 24th, I'm celebrating 7 years of Oh, Jesus, I'm back. Sorry, got a phone call. Anyway, so that is my goal. Then I get the fucking Christmas tree. I set it up. And what was this shit I drank? It wasn't wild turkey. It was something really good. Dude, my stomach is growling like a motherfucker. This is what happens when you fucking... You eat fruits and fucking overnight oats. You're like hungry like 20 minutes later. What the fuck was I talking about? Yeah, I'm going to get this shit done. I'm not fucking doing it this year. I'm going to get the family photo for the Christmas card, and I'm just going to get this shit done. Doesn't this sound fun? The excitement of the holidays. Anyway, I kind of know the shit that I want to get people. I don't know what to get my wife. I got to ask my lovely wife what she wants. I'm going to figure that out. But my kids, I got my son fucking Lincoln Logs. He's into like architecture and shit like that. I swear to God. He likes looking at how stuff is built and all of that, cars and stuff. So I might regret it though. I have a bad feeling. Like I got him, and of course I got him like the one that's like $50 and it has like 1,000 pieces. I'll tell you what was available: Lincoln Logs. Lincoln Logs are available. Legos are available. But any of that other bullshit that everybody wants, I don't know. Maybe there's a lot more stuff available than I thought. Maybe just the first two things I clicked on, I struck out, and then I just flipped out. That's probably, you know what? That's probably what happened. All right, that is the podcast, everybody. I don't even know what to tell you. I'm fucking. I gotta do this shit. I gotta figure out how to forgive all of this stuff from my past, so I stop yelling at people in a Starbucks fucking line. Like, what am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? Anyway, all right, that's it. Enjoy the weekend, you cunts, and I will I will talk to you on Monday. Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, November 6, 2017. What's going on? How are you? How are you doing? No, really, seriously. Are you okay? I've been thinking about you. Is there anything worse when you don't want someone to, if you don't want to talk about your fucking troubles, and then there's that overly caring person in your life that notices them? And they're like, what's going on with you? I'm cool. I'm good. No, seriously. I'm just picking up something on your energy. What are you fucking Star Trek? Yeah, you read my mind? You're right. I don't need you as a non-fucking psychiatrist walking around my brain. Everybody thinks they're fucking qualified because they watched a couple episodes of Dr. Phil, and he makes it look so easy for the simple fact that the man does not give a shit. Okay, he's there for one reason only, all right? It's for the who is after the show. That's why he has that fucking angry... You ever seen a guy helping more people with such like a fucking angry look on his face?
I got the Chiefs fucking Cowboys game on in the background. How many times does the special team fuck up a free lunch when the punter kicks it right down to the 1 yard line? They're just the worst. The guy fucking did it. Everybody wants to be the guy that does it, and then they fucking fumble the ball into the end zone. And what happens? The punter takes the hit, and rather than him having a 41-yard fucking average for the game, it moves down to 38, right? And the second they see that 3, all of a sudden they want to move you to another team. Nobody ever looks at the nameless cunts that run down the fucking field, the wedge breakers, all of them, right? The guys that nobody has talked about since John Madden stopped announcing games. They go down there and consistently fuck that play up. This has nothing to do with NFL special teams. This has nothing to do with people asking me, how are you doing? Is everything good? You look good, but I sense a sadness. It's just like, can you just fucking let me sit here? All right? Wait, I'm ready to talk about this. It's like this isn't yours to talk about, right? Anyways, can I say anyways one more fucking time? My last podcast, I left you. I was at the Surf Ballroom, right? Chantilly lace and a pretty face, a ponytail hanging down, a wiggle and a walk and a giggle and a talk. I was there. Make the world go wow, 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 wow. And the next day, I was flying Air Choice 1 to Chicago, and then I was taking another puddle jumper up to, what the hell was it? Milwaukee, right? So me and Dean Del Rey, we show up. We had like the greatest fucking night ever. We stayed at this hotel that was designed by Frank Lloyd Webber. Amazing hotel. So we drive up to the airport. The airport, the Mason City Airport, it's just one of the greatest thing ever. I'm going to upload some pictures. You walk in, there's probably 12 chairs for people in the waiting room. And you go through this little security area. I love little airports, little mom and pop airports. I get up there, Dean checks in, all good. I go to check in. I'm on the 925. I land in Chicago O'Hare. I have a little layover, and then I'm going to go up to up to Milwaukee, right? For my what I thought was a 7:30 show. Turned out it was at 7. So I get in there, and the lady behind the counter goes, "You're not flying until 5:25." And I was like, that is impossible. I won't be in Milwaukee in time for my show. She goes, well, according to this, you're on the 5:25. I go, all right, well, is there room on the 9:25 so I can switch flights? She goes, no, I'm sorry, that's sold out. So immediately, me with my temper, I go, oh, so what? So what? That one's sold out, so you bump me to the next flight? And she just stuck her hand out. Like when your dad used to say, cool it, right? She just stuck her hand out and she just goes, hey, we don't do that here. Right? Starts fucking giving me shit back and starts saying that I screwed up. I mean, like, what do you mean? How do you know I screwed? I got a confirmation number. I got all this type of stuff. And she goes, we don't do that there. I go, okay, so you guys never mess up? You never mess up. This is on me? My travel agent never screws up. Right? And we're going back and forth. And she starts fucking yelling at me. And I'm keeping my voice. I'm definitely on my toes, but I'm not yelling. But she's yelling at me, or raising her voice. And finally, I just said to her, I said, lady, why are you yelling at me? Okay? I'm the one who's getting screwed here. Your shift ends at whatever time it ends. It's no skin off your back. I'm not yelling. I'm not swearing. Why are you swearing? Right? I'm not yelling. Why are you yelling at me? She got all fucking pissed. And I was just like, Jesus Christ. I thought people were friendly in Iowa. That's what I heard, right? So now I have to get a fucking rental car. And I have to drive from Clear Lake. I called my people up. Everybody's trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. So now I got to rent a goddamn car in Clear Lake, Iowa. And I have to drive from Clear Lake, Iowa, all the way to Milwaukee, which is going to be nothing but fucking cow pastures. You know what I mean? I'll tell you what's amazing is that anybody could crash and die in Iowa. That's what I took away from this fucking drive. Because all I see is it's just a giant field. You know? Sorry. Anyways, so I call up my travel agent. We go to fucking figure out. I don't know what happened. But it turns out it was somewhere on my end somebody fucked up. So I walked up to the lady and I said, "Listen, I apologize." I actually apologized to her. I just said it was somebody on my end. Where can I get the rental car? And then I just had to fucking deal with that shit. And the stupid thing said it was a 5-hour something minute drive. And I just got in the fucking car and drove like 80, 85 the entire way. I averaged 79 miles an hour. That was with no stops, no getting gas. But, you know, whenever a truck gets in the left lane and tries to pass up a hill, that fucks the next 20 minutes of your life out, you know? But anyways, I ended up making it there. My apologies to the lady, you know, who could have been a little nicer. You know, I think I brought it out of her. All right, but I will tell you this, okay? You know, people tell me how friendly everybody is in Iowa. Until you question what it is they're doing, then all of a sudden they get their backs up. Or I met one of the few angry people out there. I don't know, Slipknot's from Iowa. That's not exactly happy-go-lucky music, is it? So I fucking drove all the way into Milwaukee like a maniac because I wanted to get to my favorite hotel in the United States of America, which is the Pfister Hotel. I swear to God, it's called the Pfister. It's the last name of this family. It's spelled Pfister. If you are ever in Milwaukee, that is where you stay. You stay at the Pfister. All right? It was Guido Pfister had the idea for it, and his kid came through with it. You know, this was the 1800s when his last name was Pfister. All right? Somehow they say they were German, but his first name is Guido. I mean, is it Pfister? All I know is, as far as I know, I think fisting had died down in the 1800s, so you could have that as a last name. But I believe in Roman times, according to like movies like Caligula, that was going on. But now with all the sexual harassment and evidently all these fucking lunatic perverts / rapists in Hollywood. I love that they're acting like this is specific to Hollywood. That's something they do all the time. Like if there's like an NFL player that gets busted for domestic violence, they go, "What is with these athletes beating women?" And it's like it's that's not it. This is just a microcosm of it's just a little sample of humanity. I would actually be willing to bet that there's just as many plumbers out there that get accused of domestic violence as football players or whatever. It's just that plumbers don't sell out football stadiums. There's not a giant plumber stadium to see, you know, a first ballot Hall of Fame plumber plumb a sink. So nobody pays attention. So everybody gets to act like, oh, it's going on. It's in Hollywood. It's over here. Like they always notice what people on television are doing, you know? I mean, look at Bill Clinton. I mean, okay, this guy comes on a fucking Fern and he's blowing a load on a dress, which is standard, I guess. That's more pedestrian. Place for your jizz to end up. You know, if you're going to sit there in court, you know, and your lawyer's going to be going, all right, this is going to be a little bit of an embarrassing day for you there, buddy. They're going to bring your jizz in. And, you know, but it's on a dress, so I'm willing to bet that a number of people, you know, that are in the jury at some point have splooged on a dress, you know, at very least one of their own T-shirts. You know, let's not forget about tube socks, but that, you know, that goes without saying, right? But then, you know, if you're on trial and you did it into a plant, you know, that's a little weird. A plant is different than, you know, if you fucked outside, because then you're just outside. But a plant, that's just really specific. Yeah, I thought Hollywood was green. I thought they gave a shit about the environment. Anyways, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So yeah, it's an unbelievable, like, this fucking hotel, you could have shot The Shining in there. I mean that in a good way, not in the creepy way, because as creepy as that movie is, that is a beautiful hotel. And it's basically, I'll upload some pictures of that too, but it's like literally something that Stanley Kubrick could have filmed one of his masterpieces in. And also, they have the greatest, sickest, death-defying steam room in the country. I know all this is really sounding bad. Pfister, steam room. Trust me, it's all above board. It's just, if you go there, this is how it works. The steam comes on for 7 minutes. You're going to be in there either for 20 minutes or a half hour. If you get the half-hour one, it comes on for 7 minutes, okay? And it's literally like a steam pipe broke. And I had to get underneath the towel, because what you want to do is just let all that steam come in. You got to tough it out for 7 minutes, all right? Because it's not going to come on again until the final 7. If you got the 30-minute one. 20 minutes, it never comes on again. So as hot as it gets, you got to know that that steam has to last for the entire time that you're in there. And there's a shower. There's like, you got your own private place, and there's a shower down the end of it. So the first day I went in there, I opened the window a little bit because I couldn't take it anymore. And then I closed it when it started to die down. I realized I let all the steam out. And then 4 minutes later, it was borderline chilly in there. So I was like, fuck, I screwed it up. All right, so tomorrow when I get there, I'm just going to tough this shit out, right? And I was under a towel like 4.5 minutes in, literally going, fuck, And I just couldn't take it anymore. So I was like, don't open the window. Run to the other side and turn on the shower, right? It's like an overhead shower, and you have it on cold. And I went over there, and it was like half a degree not as hot. Like the steam, I ran by the steam thing, and my fucking legs felt like, I actually understand now what it feels like initially when you're on fire, because you know what you want to do, but you can't do it because you're too busy hopping up and down. So I'm literally hopping up and down I want to turn on the shower, but I had to, like, I was reacting to the pain, going, fuck. And the handle was right there. And I just kept reaching down, patting at my legs, rather than just reaching over and turning on the thing. So finally, I had to block out the pain for like 0.2 seconds, reach over and turn on the fucking thing. And of course, the last person that was in there left it on hot after, the steam was over, and they took a hot shower, so it came out hot. And I was like, fuck. I had to turn it back down to get it down to cold. And I just stood there for the final 3.5 minutes. Dude, it is no joke. And the half hour was done. Like, I walked out of that thing, and I was like breathing heavy. I was coming out like coming out, I was fucking all red, right? So I go out into the waiting, then you cool off for like 15 minutes, and you're just sitting there, and you're not thinking about anything. You're just sitting there totally relaxed. You feel fucking amazing. While in the back of your head going like, I don't know if that was healthy or not, right? So then I go out of the steam room, right? The lady comes back and gets you, and I go to the waiting room, and Bartnick is already there. And he just looks at me, and he starts laughing, right? Because I'm all fucking red, and I got the shaved head. He goes, dude, you look like the Flash. Which is hilarious, because when I looked at myself in the mirror, I mumbled out loud, like, I look like if Hellboy and Jason Voorhees had a kid. Is that the name of the guy from fucking Friday the 13th? When he comes up out of the lake, not when he pulls the mask up, all right? I'm not that ugly, but I'm just saying. And we just sat there just like drinking water and everything. And, I got to be honest with you, 2 days in a row of doing that. The next night I had 2 shows at the Riverside Theater. Just a magical fucking place that is. And the comedy crowds in Milwaukee, they're unbelievable. I cannot say enough good things about that city. It might be my favorite city in the country. I had 2 shows, and like after I got 3/4 of the way through my first show, And I was feeling like dehydrated. Like I was like, after 2 days of that level of intensity, I was like, I really should have crushed a bunch of waters here. You know, Virzi told me he drank a Gatorade and was talking about electrolytes, you know. He's like, you got to do that, get the electrolytes going. And I vaguely remember seeing on the internet that electrolytes really isn't a thing. That's just something that Gatorade came up with. So let me look this up. I mean, I don't want to challenge Paul Virzi's medical degree, but I don't know if electrolytes is electrolytes a thing here? Are electrolytes? How the fuck do you want? There's a Y in there? There it is. Are electrolytes real? All right. Now, there's all kinds of electrolytes, but the most important ones are sodium, chloride, potassium. Oh, they are real. I thought that was like something like, you know, rather than when it's not a diamond, they call it a diamel. You know, genuine diamels. Like, what the fuck is a diamel? Well, it's like a diamond, except it's not worth anything. Oh, I'd like one of those. I thought an electrolyte is. What the F is an electrolyte? Is Gatorade the real deal? All right, everybody loves Gatorade, so let's talk about if it's fluff or actually good for you. All you hear about is rehydrate this and electrolyte that. Is it for real? Your body has a balance and has an ionic solution. Boring term, don't worry about it. I want to know what it is. Has ionic solutions called electrolytes that keep your body, muscles, and nerves functioning properly. Your kidneys exist to help keep your body in balance by regulating the fluids and electrolytes in your body. Yeah, they filter the fluids in your body, right? I thought it was just literally the liquids that you ingest. Isn't it unbelievable that I don't know how the fucking body works? I mean, not that you guys think I'm smart. I know you know that I'm dumb, but you would think that if you would know how that would work, right? Your kidneys make, oh God, I hate this word. Your kidneys make pee. I hate when adults say pee unless they're talking to a child. Like, do you have to go pee-pee? When an adult says I have to pee, I can't handle it. All right? I got to go to the bathroom. Just say that. All right. Your kidneys make, you know, piss. That's disgusting. No, piss is crass. Pee is like, you know, you got to walk it off when an adult says that to you. You know, have you ever had a guy say that to you? Hey, can you pull over here? I have to pee. I mean, he might as well have just given you like a back rub. Maybe it's not that bad. Anyways, they basically filter your blood so you can get rid of waste products like urea and ammonia. Ammonia? Somebody trying to kill me? The fuck did I get some ammonia? I really need to know how this shit works, shouldn't I? As I'm heading into my 50s, by the way. Drive for my 50s. I'm not going to drink until I'm 60. I've decided that. I made that decision. I know. I'll never make it. Anyways, when you are dehydrated, your kidneys make your pee as concentrated as possible to keep water in the body. Okay, what does that mean? When you are well hydrated, your kidneys let more water leave with the waste. Now, there's all kinds of electrolytes, but the most important ones are sodium, chloride, potassium, bicarbonate, calcium. Right here, this is me in high school. I'm not passing this class. The second the teacher's writing this, and the sodium, chloride, potassium, stop writing. Bicarbonate, oh, that's over. And phosphate. Your kidneys have specific transporters to regulate the concentrations of each of these electrolytes in your blood. You know what I'm going to ask Paul tonight? I'm going to ask him. I'm going to set him up. I'm going to say, Paul, did you really feel better drinking the Gatorade afterward? He's going to be like, absolutely, 1,000%. And I said, what does it do? What does it replace? And he's going to say electrolytes. And I'm going to say, Paul, what are electrolytes? And I guarantee you, there's no fucking way. He's going to be like, you know, it's the shit in your system, you know? So you don't get, like, leg cramps. He'll immediately have to go to the NFL and think about people, like, legs cramping up. That has to be a name for that, because I do that all the time. Like, you can give an informed answer while still not knowing what the fuck you're saying. It's like, what's his face? Tony Romo said, this guy has a high football acumen. And I'm like, what the hell is that? The fuck is a high football acumen? An acumen is having good judgment and quick decision making in a particular field. So it's kind of insulting, you know what I mean? He's saying, like, he could be still saying this guy's a fucking moron, but if you get him on the football field, like, he knows this shit. He's like the Rain Man when he gets out there, right? So now that he said high football acumen, all the mouth breathers that watch sports, like myself, you understand, there's like, I don't know what the word is, like the rhythm. You know where to place that word without actually knowing, without being able to give a definition. The only reason why I could give a definition is because I looked it up, because I never heard it, because I want to make a joke on Twitter about it, right? Like, dude, it's his fucking acumen, kid. You're going to start hearing that in sports bars. And then you can replace high football. You can just, any subject. He has a high gardening acumen without ever looking up acumen. You know, you could just keep replacing the subject. He has a high serial killer acumen. So I feel electrolyte is one of those words where you just keep watching the Gatorade commercial and it's telling you that it's helping to replace electrolytes. And, and then enough times you're just like, yeah, you're just repeating the advertising. You know what the fuck it means. Like, I know that Gatorade is thirst aid for that deep down body thirst. I don't know what thirst aid is. It's aiding your thirst. Or is that just all one word? Gatorade, thirst aid. You know like when rappers do that when they want to make something rhyme and they'll just take the suffix of another word and they just do fucking 10 words in a row like that. And you just want to be like, I always want to be all white in that moment. Like, excuse me, Mr. MC, those aren't words. Those aren't words. You're inventing words. It's weird because I know what they mean, but those aren't words. You will not get credit for that rap. I'm sorry. Well, not in my cul-de-sac, you won't. Well, there's no reason to get angry. Anyways, let's finish reading this. This is actually fucking interesting to me. How much I don't know. Your kidneys have a specific transporter to regulate the concentration of each of these electrolytes in your blood. When you work out, you sweat. Yep. 4 years of college taught me that. This kid's trying to be funny. When you work out, you sweat. When you sweat, you lose fluids and electrolytes, especially sodium and chloride, which is why your sweat tastes salty. Now, when you're lacking fluids and electrolytes, your muscles suffer. And it's just basically like a car leaking oil. Let's talk about why Gatorade or any sports drink works. Water will get into your bloodstream faster when it's part of Gatorade because water follows electrolytes. Gatorade has electrolytes. So it has salt and shit in there? Chloride, potassium. I know potassium's in like bananas, but I thought chloride was like some shit that either cleaned your clothes or... that sounds too much like chlorine. Like, that seems like that would be poisonous. Calcium deposits on your teeth. I don't know what calcium is. Calcium's in like fucking broccoli. Phosphate. Like, I would think phosphate is like, when you turn the car on in your garage. Carbon dioxide and phosphate get into your system. Well, actually, a too high level of any of these electrolytes could prove fatal, theoretically. What your body is a symphony of balance. I'm not passing this class. When you work out, all right, so I think I kind of know what the fuck this shit is. Well, I guess it's true. I didn't think it was. Jesus, wasn't that a long, boring trip down to fucking nowhere? Anyway, so I get to Milwaukee. I finally got to see the Bronze Fawns. Happy Days took place there. I took a picture that I'm going to tweet out later today of how Richie and Fonzie are finally back together again before every cunt on Twitter goes, oh, yeah, you fucking look like Ralph Malph. I'd say more Ralph Malph, laughing my ass off by myself at my own joke that I wrote with my thumbs. I finally went to the Harley-Davidson Museum. Jesus Christ, you got to do that. You got to do that. This is how great Milwaukee is. I actually told people in Milwaukee that I wasn't going to tell people how great it is. But I kind of have to because it's fucking amazing. Because most people won't listen anyways, right? All the YOLO douches, they're going to go to Chicago, maybe. Go to a Cubs game, their popped collar or whatever the fuck it is they do. But they're going to go to the party cities. If you're in your 20s, you're not going to Milwaukee, right? I don't know what they do. Wherever these fucking DJs play, that's where they're going. They're going to Vegas. They're going to Miami. They're going to one of those places, right, where the bass never stops. Bam, 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 bam. They have the Harley-Davidson Museum. They have my favorite fucking beer, the Miller Brewery Company is right there. You can take a tour of it. I wish I was drinking. I would have done that because they get you like, borderline shit-faced before you leave. And they got the Riverwalk. Next time I go out there, I'm going out there during the summer. Milwaukee is basically Chicago with fucking half the population. All the same stuff, all the same great views without the traffic. I love it. Brian, the Monday morning Photoshop gentleman, is from out that way, and he fucking let us know about some spots to go to, and it was, he told us about this place, Vanguard, which makes these fucking brats and sausages, and they were just next level. They were the best sausages I've ever had. All right? To keep with the homoerotic theme of this podcast, right? We had the Pfister Hotel, we had a steam room, and now I'm talking about sausage. And evidently, this is my favorite place to go. So, hey, maybe I'll come out like Kevin Spacey. I just got to make sure I can't eat. Yeah, there's a very thin fucking line to walk there where the comedy exists. At the end of the day, it's just, Jesus fucking Christ, what is going on? Anyways, where else? What else do I want to talk about? So we just had the best time. And me, Virzi, and Bartnick just kept saying that. Like, I fucking love this city. City is awesome. And I don't say this about a lot of places, but I could literally live there. My big fucking thing, though, is I'm just really sick of living where my sports teams aren't. I've been behind enemy lines as far as being a sports fan goes since 1995. And, recently I went back to Boston. I remember I went back. What the fuck? I think I went to a Bruins game or something. Yeah, I went to a Bruins game. That's right. I did one day on a. I did one day on a movie. I can't remember. I can't remember when the fuck I was there. I went there during hockey season. That's what I remember. And I went to a Bruins game, and I'll never forget. I looked out the hotel window, and all I saw was a sea of Bruins jerseys. And I was just like, oh my God, I forget what this feels like. And that's the one thing that, I don't know. That would be the only thing, other than I don't know if I could exist in this business living there in Milwaukee. But I don't know. It's fucking fresh air. I like it. I don't know why. I have no idea. All right, Bill, we get it. All right. Let's read a little bit of advertising here for, you know what? Fuck that. Let's talk about the fucking Iowa Hawkeyes beating the fucking shit of the Ohio State Buckeyes. What happened? The Buckeyes had that huge win last week against Penn State. I saw Jay Lawhead at the All Things Comedy fucking festival, and the man was literally floating across the goddamn room. The man simply could not believe it. Couldn't believe his good fortunes. He was saying that was probably the most impressive win of the college football season, and you would be very hard-pressed to come up with an argument to differ, And then a week fucking later, they absolutely shit the bed again. I mean, they got the shit kicked out of them. If they didn't do that dumb fake punt, whatever the hell that punter was doing, that would have been like 55-17. They just shut them down in the second half. It was unbelievable. And then Penn State loses again, too. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Meanwhile, Wisconsin's fucking undefeated. And everybody's going to be like, well, there's nobody on the West. We got Michigan, we got Ohio State, we got fucking Michigan State, we got Penn State. It's like, right? Well, you know what they got out west? They got the fucking Iowa Hawkeyes. How cool did that stadium look? Whenever I watch Iowa, right, play football, I don't know why. I always think back when I liked Iowa when I was a kid because there was a running back, Ronnie Harmon, that I really liked. And I brought it up to this guy when I was on the plane taking the puddle jumper over, and he brought up how he fucking fumbled 4 times in a Rose Bowl or some shit. And I had no idea that. I didn't even know that happened. And then there was this whole fucking scandal trying to say that he fixed the game because he had like never fumbled ever. And then he fumbled 4 times in the first half. I don't know. Maybe it was just a bad time to have a bad game. But I never knew that about him. But he had a great NFL career. Rushed for like 8,500 yards, almost 10,000 yards. Played like 11 years or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, I'm getting off the beaten track here. Let's do a little advertising here. All right. It's time. Oh, here we go. Oh, zip. Oh, that's right. I got to promote this. I am going to be in New York City. Okay? And I will be doing a special, secret, top secret show that I'm not even promoting on my website. I'm just promoting here on my podcast. Unless, of course, we don't sell the place out, then we'll open it up to everybody else. But this is your reward for listening to my podcast, all right? I'm going to be at a new comedy club that's in New York City. It's called the West Side Comedy Club. And you can make, I guess you can get tickets at their website, which is they're not live yet, so relax. All right? They're going to go live Monday, November 6th, which should be the day you're listening to this, even though I'm taping it on the 5th. Monday, November 6th at noon Eastern Time. And I will be performing at the West Side Comedy Club on Sunday, November 12th. So tickets go on sale Monday, November 6th. And the show is at 8 o'clock. It's Sunday, November 12th at the West Side Comedy Club, which is at 201 West 75th Street. And I think that's it. All right. So check that out. It's a perfect size place. It looks awesome. It's right next to the Beacon Theater. It's a little 100-seat thing. I'm going to be doing about 40, 45 minutes, trying out some new shit, fucking around, having a good time. Keeping the hour tight. And that's it. It's a couple friends of mine that are owning and running the club from my days way back. We're going back to like the Boston Comedy Club and that type of shit. So anyways, check that out if you got a chance. And is that everything that I want to talk about? I think so. Can we go into the questions for the week? How long into this podcast? Oh, 39 minutes. Okay, that's perfect. That is perfect. I think I could run my mouth for another. Dude, what the fuck was LSU doing against Alabama? I know it's Alabama because they dropped more goddamn passes. They actually had a highlight reel of them fucking up passes, blowing opportunities. I'll tell you, I got to be asking myself, how good is the Alabama Crimson Tide considering they're playing in a much weaker SEC than we've seen in years? Who knows? But I'll tell you why they're great. Because even though that they were winning easily against LSU for most of the game, Nick Saban was still getting pissed, screaming and yelling. He knows. He sees enough drop passes. He's like, well, if they caught that and they caught that, this game could be this. You don't get credit because they dropped it. You get credit if you knock it down. Then he feels like we're playing good defense. That is why. That guy's the shit. But it will be interesting to see. Because a few weeks ago, it looked like Penn State was world beaters. Now they've lost 2 in a row. Ohio State looked like they were coming on. Then they got the living shit. There was alive shit in them, and it was kicked out of them. They got to feel a lot lighter after this past weekend. All right, let's do a little questions here for the rest of the podcast. All right, plastic surgery. All right, Bill. I watch your specials every single day. Jesus, dude, take a break. I appreciate it, but at some point you're going to start hating me, and it's not going to be my fault. All right, I have a wonderful time, and I laugh to the jokes as if I've seen them for the first time. I live in China, and YouTube is a bitch here. LOL. Wow, get the fuck out of here. That's amazing. Good luck waiting for your new Stug, S-T-U-G-G. I don't know what that means. But, hey, what's up, person from China? When I was training to get my pilot's license, I flew with a bunch of your countrymen who came over here, barely spoke English, and then learned how to fly a helicopter. It was one of the most amazing things ever, because I don't think I could go to mainland China, right? I mean, you have an instructor. My buddy said to me, I go, they don't understand English. How do you communicate? And he said, they understand tone. Which is what I would understand if I was over there. And this guy went, screaming. I'd be, all right, don't do what I just did. Got it? All right, JFK Files. Old Billy Root Beer Float. Oh, I love a root beer float. I love a root beer float. I never get them because I don't want to be a fat fuck. Oh, the Cowboys throw a pick six. Wow. Oh, was that a pick six? No, it wasn't. They didn't throw a pick six. That was actually an offensive play. Why did that guy look like a cornerback to me? Is Kansas City going to do it this year, everybody? Is Andy Reid finally going to bring a team to the promised land and hoist the trophy? It's up in the air this year. Which, once again, you look how bad the fucking Giants are. I don't understand how you have a coach, how you have a GM, how you have these guys in place that got you trophies, Super Bowl trophies, plural, and you get rid of them. It's like the Red Sox with fucking Theo Epstein and, fucking Terry Francona. We get rid of those guys, and then literally there's a World Series with Theo Epstein's Cubs and Terry Francona's fucking Indians last year. I just don't understand it. It's almost like morning radio. Like, morning radio is another thing that I watch, and I just see these great shows, and the two hosts end up inevitably hating each other, and then the great show goes away, and I'm not just talking about the one that I did. It happens all the time, and I think that that's just what happens. It's nobody's fault. It's just, I don't know. The same way, after a while, you're like, even though you have shirts, you want a new shirt. I think people do that with, like, relationships, and that's what's so fucked up about marriage. It's that same goddamn shirt. And as much as you're looking at your wife going, that's that same old shirt, you got to understand you're a fucking old shirt too. All right? And the two of you have to hold on to each other until God takes you to Goodwill. All right, JFK. So stupid. All right, JFK Files. Old Billy Root Beer Float. Oh, God damn it, I love a root beer float. I'm sure you have heard that the JFK Files, or some of them, have been released. And as a fellow conspiracy theorist, I thought this might interest you. Dude, they're not going to release anything. If somebody else really did it and they actually know who did it, they're not going to be like, all right. I think it's safe to tell you that the guy who really did it was not named Lee Harvey Oswald. His name was Larry. Fucking whatever, the Larry Fellowship. In one of the files, the CIA states that it planned bombings in Miami to kill innocent people so that they can blame it on Fidel Castro. Now that there is undeniable proof that the CIA isn't above killing innocents to get their way, does that change your views on any other conspiracy theories? I know how much you suck at reading, so I attached the link with the actual snippet of what I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to see that was, you know what's interesting? I just clicked on that, and all of a sudden, I'm not hooked up to the internet. How weird is that? I was hooked up into the internet until I tried to look at this fucking thing. Now, I'm basically taking your word that that's actually what happened. If that is, in fact, the case, okay, we could develop a communist Cuban terror campaign in the Miami era, in other Florida cities, and even Washington. The terror campaign could be pointed at Cuban refugees seeking haven in the United States. We could sink a boatload of Cubans en route to Florida, real or simulated. What the fuck? Real or simulated? In other words, they own enough, they could just say it happened, and how do people know it didn't? We could foster attempts on lives of Cuban refugees in the United States, even to the extent of wounding in instance. What? Even to the extent of wounding in instances to be widely publicized. Exploding a few plastic bombs in carefully chosen spots. Well, this doesn't sound like they're going to fucking kill fellow Americans. I think that they're going to kill Cuban refugees here. Exploding a few plastic bombs in carefully chosen spots. The arrest of Cuban agent and the release of prepared documents substantiating Cuban involvement also would be helpful in projecting the idea of an irresponsible government. Yeah, none of that's surprising. I mean, is that really surprising? If you just sort of fucking pay attention and just even remotely try to read between the lines, yeah, we're not as good as we act like we are. But I'm also not going to then glorify Fidel Castro like he was this fucking saint. But, I don't think it's crazy to say that, we were more upset with Fidel Castro, not because he was, a communist. It was probably more because he wouldn't let us develop his country the way we saw fit. And by we, I don't mean the average fucking person walking down the street. I'm talking about the corporations. And I don't think that policy has changed, and I'm not going to get on a fucking stump here, but I don't think that has changed at all. And currently, that philosophy has bankrupted this country, and I don't know what's going to happen. And that's all really heavy shit. And I remember reading something that J. Edgar Hoover allegedly said, even if they do figure it out, it's so fucking overwhelming and depressing, they won't want to think about it. And that's where I get to. So I just go to Milwaukee, and I get a brat, and I have a good time, and I be the dancing monkey that I am, and I just hope that the lie is able to sustain itself. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know. Yeah, so that's great. So that's why I kind of backed away from conspiracy theory, because you don't want to be right, even remotely. So anyways, let's get out of that. Oh, let's talk robot granted citizenship. Oh my God, out of the frying pan into the fire. I would love to read the declassified CIA file on fucking what the hell they plan to do with robots. I mean, there's no fucking way that they're not talking. Like, I always joke how they never discuss the population problem. They absolutely fucking do, but not to the general public, because it would freak them out. Because I think at that point you realize how overpopulated we are and how expendable you are. I mean, that's how I would feel. How many stand-up fucking comedians? I mean, for the survival of humanity, do you really need another one? All right, robot granted citizenship. Greetings from Austin, you illiterate piece of shit. All right. Well, hello to you and your fucking overpopulated fucking city. Keep it weird. You shouldn't keep it weird. You should keep it weird by fucking preventing more people from moving to that great place and ruining it. I ran across this the other day and thought of your podcast. They gave a robot citizenship. Her name is Sophia, and she was acknowledged as a citizen in Saudi Arabia. You know what? That's fucking great. That's fucking great, because what they just did was they ended their country. That's over. The second is a robot becomes a citizen. That is the beginning of the fucking end. The beginning of the fucking end of your goddamn... wait, was that a special teams fucking touchdown? I don't know what's going on. Anyways, that's the beginning of the end of your country. And considering, from what I've read, that these terrorist groups, for the most part, are funded through Saudi Arabia, sending money, funneling them through mosques, I think that'd be a good thing. Now, if we could just stop trying to build Starbucks over there and just fucking come home, just walk away from it, Instead of being that degenerate gambler sitting at the fucking blackjack table waiting for the cards to turn around. All right, so they did this. Not exactly the best spot for a female human. Oh, Saudi Arabia. Maybe they will be nicer to robots. Okay, this is scary. How goddamn creepy is that thing? I know this will freak you out, Bill. Just fast forward to any point where the robot is talking. Yeah, I watched it. You guys got to see this video. And I love how the journalist acts like he's asking these hard-hitting fucking questions as if these questions weren't written out for this fucking sellout human piece of shit, which is what you have to say now. This human sold out other humans to this non-fucking human life form. What the fuck are we doing? He actually says, well, how do we know that we can trust you or something like, how do we know you're not going to blah, blah, blah? Like just like a comedy team just lobs the setup over. And then the robot's like, you're watching too much Elon Musk and Hollywood movies. And then he's like, oh, it made a joke. Oh, I see, it's friendly. It's like, it's not a person. It doesn't have a heart. It doesn't have a fucking soul. That is a programmed fucking response. All right? And they're going to have all these facial expressions to make you feel fucking calm. That thing is our replacement, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And I definitely think the robots are going to kill us. I don't think they're literally maybe going to kill us, but I think they will kill us off the way the car killed off, the horse as a mode of transportation, which was probably cool for the horse because he's probably sick of us being on his back, right? But I don't think it's going to be cool for us because we will become obsolete. We will be the human version of a cassette tape when all the kids want iPods. And the kids will be basically whoever employs the CIA. All right, there we go. Woo! Isn't this fun? Isn't this fucking uplifting? How about those Kansas City Chiefs? Bread and circus. All right, hot girl in coffee shop. I like the sound of this already. Old Billy Boozless. That's right, Billy Boozless. 80 days. Will be 81 by the time you listen to this, unless I go off the rails tonight. Big fan of your stand-up and the podcast all the way from Glasgow, Scotland. Sorry, I'm yawning. All the way from Glasgow, Scotland. I'll cut to the chase. Glasgow, Scotland. That's where AC/DC recorded their If You Want Blood live album. Right? In a venue that doesn't exist anymore because I tried to find it when I was over there. I'll cut to the chase. I'm a 23-year-old guy who has recently graduated from college and moved down to London about 5 months ago to start a new job. All right? I am enjoying life in my new surroundings, and the girls down here are of another planet compared to back home. However, there is one four in particular who has caught my attention, and I'd like your advice on the best way to ask her out. The lovely Nia's advice is welcome. She'd probably have a better idea of what to do here than I would, but she's not here, as I'm in Green Bay, Wisconsin right now. All right. She works in a coffee shop near my work, and she is immense. Easily a 9.3/10. I never have a problem with women, but 90% of the time, I have had a few beers in me at the time, and my confidence is at its peak. Can you give me any advice on how to ask this girl out, given that it's a small coffee shop in full view of the general public? We had some chat. Oh, that's good. So I was going to say, go in there and start talking to her. And I'm 80% sure she's into me, but I'm shitting myself in case I get the rejection, and there's around 30 people there to witness it. Dude, fuck those other 30 people. What you have at your fingertips is a great story, no matter what happens. You either possibly meet the love of your life, right? Settle down, have kids together, and live happily ever after, or you have a hilarious fucking story. Dude, fuck that. The worst she can say is no. Who gives a shit? Oh, dude, I'd ask her out in the middle of the meal, just to make the awkwardness even further. Just stare. Who gives a fuck? Fuck that, dude. If you can chat up women, it's not because you're drunk. It's because you got rid of that stupid voice in your head that says that you can't. You obviously can. Alcohol doesn't make you talk to women, all right? It doesn't make you talk to women better. What it does is it gets rid of your fucking fear so you can actually, perform. This is like some fucking John Daly shit. Like he used to have a couple of Coors Lights so he'd relax more, hit the ball further. I'm not saying to go in there shit-faced. Fuck, I got to go back to this Kansas City touchdown. It was a pass. Sorry. Anyways. Yeah, dude, just go in there. Dude, fuck this. You're the man. She works in a coffee shop. She's not splitting atoms, all right? Just go in there, all right? Just go in there. Bill, just not even like fucking try to walk in like you're the man and you're some badass dude. Just fucking like block out that voice. Anytime you hear that voice, it's going to go great. Make her laugh. When she said, would that be all? Just ask her for a number. Dude, you should ask fucking Joe DeRosa. One time I was with Joe DeRosa. You want to talk about guy fearless? I was with Joe DeRosa one time. We went out to breakfast, and the waitress came over, and he's kind of checking her out or whatever, and we fucking eating. We were eating our food, and he goes, what do you think of that waitress? I'm like, she's cute. He goes, yeah. He goes, I think I'm going to ask her out. And she comes back to the table. He's like, will that be all? And he fucking asked her out right in front of me, right? And she gave him his number. Now, if she shot him down, not only, it's like that story would have left. It's not like it would just be like with you with a bunch of strangers. I could have sat there and laughed at him, which I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have laughed at him, but maybe he would have thought that I did, and he didn't give a fuck. So, I think you go Joe DeRosa on this one. All right? Listen, what is the deal? You're attracted to her. You want her number to ask her out. All right? So fucking do that. That's what you want. That's the same way you handle your career in life. What do you want to do? Go do that. Who do you want to be with? That's a different thing because they have a say. But you got to ask. That's it. So, I don't know. I don't know what your deal is. If you're a funny guy, whatever your deal is, I don't know. Whatever you're doing, it seems to be working because you're feeling a vibe like she's into you. All right? So just stop listening to that voice going like, oh, my God, what happens if this happens? Hey, what happens if she says yes? Think about that. All right? There you go. All right. Mixed race relation. Oh, Jesus Christ. I love when people think I'm an expert on this just because, it's literally if I fell off a bed. Hey, Bill, you fell off a bed. Oh, I need some advice on falling off a bed. I don't know how the hell I ended up in this relationship. I just met her and I liked her. I asked her out and then I couldn't get rid of her. I didn't want to get rid of her. Every time I ever thought about breaking up with her when I was all in a panic. Of holy fuck, I've been in with her for 3 months. Oh my God, the pressure, all this pressure I was building up on myself. I would always picture her walking out of my apartment. And even in the fantasy of getting out of the relationship, I would always run out to go back and get her. And then it took me about a good, 7, 8 years to realize, Bill, that means because you love her and you don't want her to leave. All right. Hey, Bill, you fucking alabaster bastard. Alabaster bastard. You alabastard. Why did you do that? Hey, Bill, you fucking alabastard. I'm also a white guy who has just started going out with a smoking hot black chick. I have no idea what she sees in me, but who gives a fuck, right? She makes me happy, and I seem to make her happy too, so it's all good. Until you go outside. So on to my question. As someone who's in a successful, quote, mixed race, I don't know why it's in quotes, mixed race relation, I wonder if you have any insights or gotchas that might help my relationship make my relationship last. And do you still experience any casual racism from the mouth-breathing morons? I'll spell check this message and be careful to use correct punctuation too. So hopefully if you do read it, you won't sound like a preschool toddler auditioning for Sesame Street. Thanks for the podcast. I listen to them every week and go fuck yourself. I love how the punctuation is my fault still. It's still my fault. I'm the victim. Do I have any insights? Yeah, this is my insight, is that you two people are different than me and my wife because you're an individual, all right? So, it's not like, well, when like, it's like when you watch the Discovery Channel, well, when dealing with the hippopotamus, there's an aggressive behavior when it's fucking partly cloudy. My advice is if you're with somebody and they make you happy, stay with them. If they don't, break up with them. That's it. All right? And if you're in that situation right now and you want to break up with somebody, don't use the holidays as an excuse. All right? Just get out now. Just get out now. I'll actually tell you it's better to do it right before the holidays than after. Okay? Because as much as you're going to fuck up their Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, the new year comes. And with the new year, they'll be like, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm just going to forget about it. It was the worst year ever. If you fucking wait till after the holidays and then boom, their year starts, you just fucked up their whole next year. Because people think in calendar years for whatever reason. All right, so getting back to you. What do you want me to say? Let's start listening to fucking Jay-Z. I will tell you this. When it comes to that shit, there is a still stay in your own lane kind of thing. Just because you're with her, don't start using the expression woke. There's still, I guess I can't give you advice. There are things like that. That no matter how much she loves you, you will immediately turn into an annoying white person. And yes, racism doesn't magically go away because the two of you are now together. But I will be honest with you, it's just like if it wasn't racism, it would be something else. I kept talking about Chicago and Milwaukee, and they kept booing Chicago. They didn't like Chicago. So it's like people don't like their next door neighbors. They don't like the people they work with. Football teams don't like coaches and GMs that won them Super Bowls. So if it wasn't that, it'll be something else. And who gives a shit what other people think? You only go around once, and you should be with the person you're supposed to be with. That's what I think. All right? So have fun. Enjoy yourselves. And that's it. All right. First breakup. Hey, Billy Pink Dick. I don't know. Is that some cancer thing? Been listening to your podcast. I don't know what that means, but that's funny as hell. Been listening to your podcast for a couple of years now and could really use your advice. I'm a 22-year-old college senior and recently have gone through a breakup. That's great. You got it done before the holidays, or she got it done. We dated for 6 months, and it was great. She was my first girlfriend and my first love. She was even the first girl I ever had sex with. All right, so you checked it all off. But as we neared 6 months, I began to worry about committing to a long-term relationship when I've never even had sex with another woman. My dick got cold feet. Rightly so, because as a guy, if you're thinking that shit, you're going to eventually do it, so why hurt her? Anyway, after a long talk, we decided to break up. I thought having sex for the first time was tough, but breaking up for the first time is horrible. Yes, it is. I can't seem to get out of this funk. It's really hard not to miss her. What advice do you have for someone going through their first breakup? My friends and I have gone to a bar only once or twice since, and none of us have any game. We stand around the corner of the bar looking like meerkats. That's hilarious. It's the last quarter of the game, and I'm down 10 points. I could use a motivational speech from Coach Ginger Pubes over here. Thanks, and go fuck yourself. All right, we obviously have a sense of humor. Here's the deal, dude. My advice when you're going through a breakup is rather than doing the guy thing and trying to block it out like it isn't happening, go through the sadness of it. All right? Don't cry in front of your friends, but if you got to cry it out of you. It's actually a healthy thing. Crying is a healthy emotion. I finally figured that out, when I haven't, cried in almost 50 fucking years. So now it's like no longer like, I don't know. It's like a room that I walled off. I mean, literally a friend of mine has to die. I have to be at a fucking funeral. You know what I mean? But anyways, don't run from the pain of it. Okay? That's what women do. Women, when they fucking break up, they don't fucking run right, or for the most part, they don't run right out and get into something else. They stay home, they watch sad movies, they listen to sad fucking, oh my God. The Chiefs just did a potato sack race celebration dance. I was actually rooting for them this year. I was like, yeah, it'd be cool to see them maybe win it. You know, the Patriots are as mediocre as they look. And I got to say, fuck that whole franchise. If not the whole state. I'm glad the St. Louis Cardinals moved. I'm even going to take St. Louis down. That's one of the worst things I've ever seen. Now, of course, show it again. What? Remember like the dunking contest when people were just out of ideas? It's enough already. Just spike the ball like Gronk and go back to the sideline. Oh, boy. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I got to walk that one off. You know, when you got to have like a fucking separate meeting with 4 of the teammates to get your end zone dance together, I mean, I don't know. Anyways, yeah. What women do correctly is they when they're sad, they allow themselves to be sad. If they have to cry, they allow themselves to cry. And you actually feel better after you do that stuff. It's when you ignore it and you push it down, it becomes this fucking weight in your chest or this fucking ball of shit in your head. You broke up with somebody and you're sad, so I would be sad. And then as far as going out to a bar, you know, I mean, I don't know. How do you learn how to throw a football? The first time you throw a football, if you don't throw a tight spiral, do you just never throw one again? You keep doing it, and it gets better. You got to go out there and... We used to we used to go to this place, Daisy Buchanan's, that I guess is a legendary meat market on Newbury Street in Boston, and we used to just fucking... You went in there like... It was almost like a stand-up comedy thing where you just went up and like deliberately tried to bomb to make your friends laugh. We used to go in there and just any dumb fucking thing we could think of, as we just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And it stopped being the way we got over the fear, because it is the fear of rejection is fucking brutal when you're young, right? So what we did is we would hit on some chick while our other buddy could hear it. So if you started bombing and she wasn't in it, you could then just switch over to trying to make your friend laugh by making even more of a fool of yourself. And then all of a sudden rejection became funny. It didn't become this like, oh my God, is there something wrong with me? I want to run out of here. Dude, you're young. You're 22 years old. You know, I don't even know how to say it. It's just like I would hit on every cute chick you saw. You know, I'm not saying to go out there and be a fucking man whore, but you're single and... I mean, college life, that's like the greatest fucking nightclub ever. Everybody's single, everybody's young and good looking. I mean, there's no reason, that's not the time to be shy. Get over your shyness and just fucking throw it out there. And who gives a shit? The worst thing is that they say no, and you keep coming back. How many fucking times I bombed before I got to this level of being able to do my shit and dick jokes? All right. Anyways. Oh, God. Now they're just going to keep showing the potato sack. They've shown it like 3 fucking times. Anyways. Well, you know what? I'm not going to be the crabby old man. Good for those guys. And I'm going to keep rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs because I know there's long, diehard fans. They got that fucking great stadium. I'll walk that off and just say, you know what, Bill? The NFL continues to change and a new generation has come in and this is how they celebrate touchdowns. And don't be the grumpy old man. They used to just give the ball back to the ref. I'm not going to be that guy. All right? Great. Let's see a 3-legged race next. All right? God bless them. God bless them. God bless DJ Music. God bless the CIA and whatever they're doing with the robots. All right, that's the podcast for this week. Go fuck yourselves, and I will check in on you on Thursday. I'm going to upload pictures of some of the shit that I did in Milwaukee and some of the Harley Davidsons and all that type of shit. And I know there was something else. Oh, the Pfister Hotel. The unfortunately named Pfister Hotel. I'll upload all of that shit. All right? That is it. I'll talk to you later.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Anything Better podcast with your host, Paul Virzi, Bill Burr. We have Andrew Themlis out there in Beverly Hills, and guys, I am sad to report. We are, as a show, we are sad to report that our own Jake the Snake injury report guy got called to do something. We don't know where he is, but he will be back.
He's a healthy scratch. He's a healthy scratch.
It's a healthy scratch.
He sends his condolences. By the way, dude, I just took a sauna. That's why my face is all red. I'm not about ready to have a heart attack.
Well, you look better than me. I just got off of an airplane. Anyway.
Well, let's be honest. We're a mess this week. No Jake the Snake. My face is red. You just got off a plane.
No, I'm a mess this year because I'm 13 games back. But you, my friend, you always give me props when I'm killing it, usually around this time. I got to give you props. Bill Burr is going on 6 weeks without going under 500, dude. And he goes 3-1 again to get even against the book going into week 9 or 10, dude.
That's my brand. Billy, win some, lose some. I'm 16-1.
You're not
going to win. You're not going to lose with me, Paul.
No, you are.
And I picked the Thursday game last night. I got to tell you guys this shit.
Oh, here you go. Yeah.
My fucking Thursday night fucking theory. Division rivalry. Thursday night game. North of 5.5 points. Take the fucking dog. It's 3 days per preparation. Simple game plans. Everybody's fucking hurt. Ugly game. That was last night. That game last night was fucking atrocious. It was atrocious, Paul. They might as well have me out there. And let's not be crazy. But like I had the Raiders get 9 points. Get 9 points on a Thursday, Paul. They just got done playing.
I walked out of the comedy club. I looked up and I saw, first of all, the uniforms on both teams were the best uniforms ever, and the game was terrible. Everybody said it was a bad game.
Yeah,
but it's funny. You know, it's funny, Bill. You're winning. And you got a theory. Last year I was winning. I go, this is the theory. But here's the thing: you're in the mode right now. You're Patrick Ewing.
No,
in
dude,
92.
that is a fucking lock. I've won 4 or 5 games doing that.
Oof! Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't scare me like that.
It's a fucking lock, dude. You saw it on the text thread last night. I go 9 points, division rivalry. Thursday night, I'm taking it. Dude. And I ain't talking shit, Paul, until I lose. I love it. In other words, I'll shut up next week.
I've been waiting.
This week I won.
I've been waiting for you on the show for a year, at least a couple years. Dude.
Hey, my kids my kids are starting to watch sports now, which is great. They're asking questions. They get it now. My son's like, I want to watch the hockey. He likes hockey. My daughter, I watched the last 14 Blue Jays games. So now she's all into baseball. Dude, I got them in the backyard. They're right-handed. I started them as lefties.
Nice.
So now my daughter's at school on both sides of the plate going, they're like, you lefty, you're right. She's like, well, sometimes I do this, sometimes I do that. Got him, Paul.
No, dude, Bill Burr is carrying the Anything Better show. You are Patrick Ewing of the Knicks in the early 90s, just on the shoulder, taking them to the playoffs.
Well, dude, come on. Last 4 years, you would be up like 6 games. Dude, what it is, Paul, is I stayed the same. I just started slow, and then I had to come back just to get where the fuck I was. I'm still Billy win some, lose some. I'm not putting on that Blue Jays home run jacket that you hate so much. I'm not doing that yet. Although I won last night, so I'm 1-0 already. So I'm happy. We're taping this on Friday if you're watching.
I gotta tell you, going into the week, winning that Thursday game feels good. Oh, speaking of this, I got to announce this on the show, guys, if you don't mind. Speaking of the Knicks, I am doing my new podcast that I do with iHeartRadio, Will Farrell's company, Big Money Players and iHeartRadio. Paul's Best Podcast. I am getting John Starks, legendary New York Knick. John Starks is coming on my podcast this Monday, live at Gotham Comedy Club for the New York Comedy Festival, 7 p.m. One show, me and John. I get to talk to John Starks this Monday night about the dunk on Jordan. I get to talk to, first of all, I just get to talk to John Starks at Gotham Comedy Club. Tickets are available, guys. John's people, this came in last minute. Hey, he was in
Barbados.
Barbados.
Out in a second, dude. All those Knicks fans.
Well, I hope so. But anyway, if you want tickets, they are available Monday night, 7 p.m. for the New York Festival at Gotham. Me and John Starks. I'm excited to talk to him, dude, because I'm just going to be like, dude, I remember where I was. I was eating a Twizzler. At my friend Vinny's basement watching him dunk. And when he dunked and did that lefty, it was like a delayed reaction. Nobody could believe it. I'm going to tell him that.
Paulie, full head of hair, eating a Twizzler over Vinny's house.
It's 100%. 100% true. I had a Twizzler and we go, no, he just like, it was just that shit that I was like, dude, literally, oh my God, 94, 93.
I mean, that's one of the greatest dunks in NBA history. And that is the greatest dunk in Knicks history. It's gotta be.
But you know what sucks is we lost the game. Ugh.
Don't go there, Paul. I want to talk greatest dunks NBA and Knicks history. It's gotta be that one.
It is. So guys, if you're around Monday night,
Horace Grant and Jordan comes in late.
It's Horace Grant and Pippen are like close to underneath, and Jordan comes in, but he went like lefty. And if you watch it on YouTube, even the Garden couldn't. It's like it takes like one or two Mississippis for everybody to register what they just saw. And as he's running back, people are going ape shit. It's insane. And you know, Jordan, I'm going to ask him. I'm going to be like, I'm going to ask him this. I'm going to be like, John, did Jordan, like after you, because they're friends, they golf and stuff, I'm be like, did he ever say, oh, I was coming in late, that shit ain't on me? Because that's what I think Michael Jordan said to him. But if you guys want to hear that conversation, Gotham, Monday night at 7, Paul's Best Podcast. There you go.
I feel like he realizes halfway through the play, he's like, oh shit, he's going to dunk. So he just sort of made sure he was just sort of like, he's in it, but not in it.
And when John is running back, he gets to like the foul line or the 3-point line running back, and you can tell he knows I just did some shit. It's amazing. You know what I mean? All right, guys. Well, here's the deal. We don't have Jake the Snake. We obviously do know the gruesome Jaden Daniels arm, but brutal, dude. Here's the thing about NFL injuries, Bill. They happen, we know it, but when you see the bone go the opposite way, I can't deal with it. That's one I can't deal with, dude. You know,
the limb.
When the limb,
the hook.
When the elbow goes up or the knee goes, I can't. That's the one I can't deal with.
Yeah,
you know, that's.
At least it wasn't his throwing arm, right?
Yeah, I don't think it was his throwing arm. Did you see the Joe Theismann thing? Because I didn't see it. Did you see it?
I did not see that live, but they just kept showing it, though. And I remember Tuesday morning, everybody that saw the game, that's all they were talking about. It was a break and then a break.
Yeah.
And then Lawrence Taylor getting up, going, calling him in.
Yeah, that's brutal. All right, well.
Joe Theismann said he watched it once.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's
all right. Paul, what are we doing? We went from John Starks fucking dunk to
went from John Starks dunking on Jordan to this. But so I guess as far as injuries, I think it's pretty much that and what it was last week. I mean, dude, a lot of quarterbacks down. No Joe Burrow, no Jaden Daniels, a lot of backups. But Bill,
I gotta be honest, I love when there's a backup comes in. You're like, that guy's still in the fucking NFL. That's awesome.
Yeah. I know.
I mean, it's not a real compliment to the player, but I like it.
Yeah, who was it? Gary Kubiak back in the day. I remember him. Bubby Brister.
Yeah, you just think like once they lose their starting job, you just don't track them. And then all of a sudden you're like, what the fuck? Joe Flacco still playing? Marcus Mariota still playing.
Joe Flacco, dude, 20 years, I think. Not bad either.
Dude, if Joe Flacco was in the military, he'd have those fucking lines going all the way up his sleeve. His NFL, his Hall of Fame jacket or whatever.
Well, Bill.
Anyway, Paul, I still, there's time, Paul. There's actually what you've just set the table for, Paul, is the greatest, and Paul Virzi has amazing comebacks. History shows that it ain't over till it's over.
You know,
Paul, you're down 13 and a half fucking games. If you, on November, what's today, the 6th, 7th, If you fucking turn this shit around, dude,
Dude,
just to get even.
I need a couple of 4-0s, dude. I need a couple, man. I got 2
Stallone would option the script if you did it. I want to tell you a 2025 BetMGM story.
you just be a documentary.
Oh my God, dude, we'd have to do the Rocky music where just like, you can't win. And then they start doing that bell sound.
Dude, here's the deal. If I do that,
cut to you, I'm taking the Seahawks, and just all of a sudden you start going on this run.
Dude, you made that amazing Club Soda Kenny thing. We got to make like a mockumentary, like just for a comedy. If I do this, it'd be great. Play it before next year. All right. Well, Bill, I believe you are up on the clock. You are crushing it.
Well, I already picked first. I picked my Thursday game. So now it's you. I've already picked one. So it's you. It's whatever you want, Paul.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell you what. I looked at this at the airport when I thought I was going to have to do a recording. And by the way, people are loving the show. Thank you all for watching Anything Better. I was in Houston last night, and I'm doing a meet and greet after a show. And the guy goes, "Hey, dude, you didn't get what's going on with the picks this week?" I'm like, "All right, buddy, I'm traveling. We'll get it tomorrow, all right?" And one guy goes, "Paul, I'm still taking your picks. You've been so." One guy was like, "I'm still riding with you." I'm like, "Hey, I don't know,
dude. 4 years."
I'm going to tell you this.
Dynasty, dude. You got to dynasty. The BetMGM is looking for their first win against you.
Yeah, but now I'm the Cowboys who got rid of Jimmy Johnson.
You know what I am? I'm the letdown game. They let me hang around. He's hanging around.
They were like, we didn't know if the game passed Bill by, but he is back. All right. You know what I'm going to do, Bill? I'm going to do something that the Indianapolis Colts lost last week. And I see this line minus 6.5, and they're home. But you know what? I'm going against my homecoming theory here. I think that the Atlanta Falcons, I see the Colts taking a little dip now. I also want to see how Daniel Jones reacts to a little bit of, Daniel Jones has not had any kind of issues yet this year. It's kind of been
How's that offensive line? They still healthy?
Listen, they're a good team. They're favored by 6.5. They do protect them, but this is going to be the first.
That's the story. That's the story in Indianapolis. Wouldn't you say that offensive line, all of a sudden he's got time. He's a whole new guy.
Well, we're going to see Daniel Jones have a game for the first time with a little bit of being uncomfortable. I think the Atlanta Falcons, because the Atlanta Falcons lost a heartbreaker to you guys last week by 1 point. I think the Atlanta Falcons might not win this game.
Their defense put them in a position to win. We had 2 big turnovers. I'll tell you, that fucking kid, Drake London.
Yeah,
that kid can play.
That kid's good.
He's good for a. He's good.
And
for
Penix,
a touchdown.
And I think Penix Jr. is a good quarterback. I'm not saying the Falcons win this game, but boy, do I love the 6.5 points. I'm going to take the Atlanta Falcons on the road getting points.
I love that, Paul. I actually love that pick. Paul, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't see past that Thursday game. I don't see anything I like this week. Every number is ooh.
I just love, dude. If this
home or away,
if this isn't the funnest thing both of us do in our lives, you just go. You looked at the thing and you just go, Paul. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Dude, I got to take you through how I fucking vet a coffee shop when I'm in a city I don't know. I got to take you through, Paul. Like, as an Italian, you're going to be proud. Sorry, Sicilian. No offense. All right. I'm looking at that Bills-Dolphins game. This has letdown game written all over it. It's division rivalry. They're home. Am I really going to do that again? Am I really going to take the fucking Dolphins who quit on their coach? I mean, you know what? I'm going to think about that one for a second. Fucking hate the Ravens. I don't know who they are. Browns -2 versus the Jets. These are all fucking trap games. You motherfuckers. Patriots versus Buccaneers. I mean, what's going to happen there, Paul? I have no idea. I'm going to say, is Kyler Murray still out?
That's a good question. Hold on.
He must be minus 6.5.
Yeah, I think he's out. They got what's his name? The guy that was on your team. And
Paul, if this was draft day, I'm on the fucking clock right now. So I just got, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to take the Browns -2 against the Jets. But the fucking Jets got their first win last week.
And they got the win, but then they just traded off some of their star players.
And it's still only 2. Who the fuck is the poor bastard playing quarterback for the Browns now?
What's his name? Gabriel? I don't know.
Dude, being a Browns quarterback was like being, if you're the helicopter gunner in Vietnam, like your life expectancy. It's fucking brutal.
That's a great
Dude,
analogy.
should they be drafting quarterbacks or a fucking offensive line? I don't know. I don't know why, Paul. I'm just going to take the Browns because I'm holding up the show.
Dylan Gabriel is his name. You know what,
All
Bill?
right. Well, Dylan Gabriel. You know, he's got 2 great names, Bob Dylan and Roman Gabriel. I like it.
I think the Miami Dolphins get the kill shot in the head this week, meaning not only do they lose, but they lose bad. And I think it's the nail in Mike McDaniel's coffin. Sorry to Dan Soder. I know they're best friends. Here's the deal. I think the Buffalo Bills are going to go on a run. I said it weeks ago. I think they win the game by 10 or more. The Dolphins just aren't a good football team, and the Bills are. I'm going to take the points. So I got Buffalo.
All right, Paul, just to make it interesting, I'm going to take the Dolphins.
Nice.
The exact opposite reason. Just the exact opposite reason is everybody thinks that that's what's going to happen. The Bills going to go in there. They're going to win by fucking 3 scores or whatever. The fucking Dolphins, dude, I'm telling you, even when the Patriots were the Patriots, even though we're back a little bit, when we were the Patriots, Brady, Belichick, all of those fucking guys, those motherfuckers still beat us once a year. I don't know what it is about them, but the Dolphins, I think they have enough respect to give them a game. And 9.5 points. Take Paul in this league. That's a lot of points. I'll take the Dolphins 9.5 because, Paul, I don't see anything else in this week I like.
Well, listen, I think this is our first head-to-head, and Lord knows you're the guy this year. Lord knows you're the guy this year. So,
Paul, no, Paul, I'm 16-16-1.
Dude, you started out 2-11 like me, and you turned it around, or whatever we were. We were 2-1, and I mean, dude, we were bad after week 5. We were classically bad, historically.
Paul, I am right where everybody expected me to be. I have earned that nickname, Billy. Win some, lose some. Paul, you're the guy. Paul, you know what you are right now. You're fucking Russell Wilson when he went to the Broncos. Like, what happened? This fucking guy was unbelievable. The second he goes to Denver,
yeah.
What is going on with this guy?
Well, you know what? I'm going to take, for my next pick, Jacksonville Jaguars have disappointed me one too many times. I went with the long locks, good-looking Trevor Lawrence, and you know something? I got burned every time. I like the Houston Texans getting a point at home. The game is basically a pick 'em. And when the game is a pick 'em, oh, wait a minute. Andrew, is CJ Stroud playing or not? That's one thing I need to look at if CJ Stroud is playing. If CJ Stroud is playing, I'm going to take the home team in a pick 'em because I don't know who the Jaguars are. He's out. He's out? Fuck. He's out. All right. Well, now I got to think about that one.
All right, I'll kill some time. My favorite name in the NFL, C.D. Lamb. That's an old school name. He could have played on the Cowboys with Billy Joe Dupree and fucking Drew Pearson. C.D. Lamb. That's when I could still remember football players' names.
C.D. Lamb is such a great
name. Once white guys started naming their kids like, Dakota and Ravine, and black guys started being, Lavaricose or whatever the fuck it is. I can't. The names are too that, and then in hockey, when people from Finland started playing, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Dude, yeah. You can see the Bruins. I've almost seen every game. I still don't know half the guys' fucking names. Dude, the names go all the way across. There's always like 15 Ks and Ts and Vs. I can't pronounce any of them.
Oh, our producer, Andrew Themlis, just wrote that Dak Prescott's name is Dakota. I did not know that.
He's got to go by Dak.
You have to. You can't be the Cowboys quarterback.
Go Dakota.
Oh no, his name is Rain. No, his name is Rain. His name is Rayne. Rain Dakota Prescott is his name. Dude, Rain is kind of cool. It's raining touchdowns in Dallas. That's a good one, dude.
Yeah, also the reign of an emperor. There's a way to go with it.
Oh, his reign is over.
Join a cult or something? That sounds like some hippie shit.
Rain Dakota Prescott.
Rain Dakota.
Yeah.
Rain Dakota Mesa.
And then when he starts to retire, when he retires, the headline when he retires, the reign is over. His reign is over, something like that. I like that too. Millions in merch lost to that decision. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to think about the Texans while I do this pick. I'm going to take Bill. I don't like to do this I don't like picking against your team, but I think the Buccaneers are coming off of a bye week. They're -2.5 at home. Baker Mayfield rested his body a little bit. I talked a lot of shit about Baker saying he wasn't making the throws. He had that horrible game. I think their defense is good. I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against your Patriots only because it's less than a touchdown and they're at home.
It's less than a field goal, dude.
I mean, I'm sorry, less than a field goal.
What? Who's their coach down there in Tampa Bay?
It's still what's his name? The Todd Bowles.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting game. I can see why he did that. All right, my question: Who's quarterback for the Commanders now?
Mariota.
Dude, do the fucking Lions ever cover?
They're so.
They always have these giant fucking spreads, and they never fucking cover. You always think they're going to go in and fucking beat the shit out of them, and then they don't. Then you lay off them, and then they do it. It's like they're watching this podcast or something. Paul, I swear to God, this reminds me of fucking taking Algebra 2 and Trig. I saw summer school by the second week of September. I don't know why. I'm just going to take the fucking Seahawks -6.5, not knowing anything. And if that doesn't describe me as a gambler.
The Seahawks are good, dude.
Paul, I'm not going to lie to you. This feels like my first losing week. It does. You know what I mean?
Andrew, can you just tell me who's quarterback?
You ever go out on a date with a chick and you're like, yeah, she's not going out with me again. This is what this feels like. This feels like no second date.
No, it was. I'll be honest with you. It was always me going. I ain't going out with her again. In my delusional mind, she wants.
Oh, you're delusional. All right, yeah.
Well, you know.
Well, you're just smart enough to be stupid.
No, you said one of the funniest things any friend has ever said to me. You said you're the dumbest smart guy I know.
Oh no, that was the Patrice thing. Yeah, Patrice would say that. Dumb, smart people. No, Andrew, you totally get life in a way of somebody I've never seen before, and then out of nowhere, right when I believe in you, you will just say the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life, and I'm like, wait a minute, and then you immediately get right back on track with like this fucking amazing fucking life advice. But that the thing you said, it hangs in the air for a second.
Dude, I'm not going to lie.
Like
I'm not saying
an elevator.
I was talking to my therapist this week and she just goes, you know, you're like really intelligent, right? And I was just like, hey, watch me do math, sweetheart. I'm a fucking idiot.
No, it's like you're really smart in shit that there's no like reward for.
I know what you mean. Like
Paul Virzi's not winning the spelling bee.
No.
Paul Virzi's not on the math team.
No.
All right? But Paul Virzi gets life. I don't know how you monetize that. I mean, obviously you're a fucking amazing comedian. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about
appreciate
like, dude, you fucking I remember one time I was talking to this actress on this movie. And me and Pete Davidson were doing I was doing a movie with him. We were doing an impression of you. And the actress goes, "Who is this guy? Like, I want to think like that." Like we were talking, like you were like, "Dude, is there anything better than a bag of chips with the sandwich.
Dude. You know
No,
what?
you get it, dude. The level that you appreciate shit that people don't pay attention to. Sitting there by yourself, reading the newspaper with the wind blowing through the trees. You say, like, the picture that you paint, like, always reminds me of, like, yeah, we are so lucky to be alive.
Yes,
And
we
just
are.
simple little fucking things. What am I getting so upset about? Whatever that is, Paul. Dude, you should be in a conference room in a fucking hotel with that fucking that microphone that just goes in your ear like Janet Jackson, just uplifting people.
Well, the reason
Is there anything better than a fresh bag of chips with a sandwich?
Well, the reason why.
No, say it. Start yelling like that giant. Who's that guy with that giant fucking head? He just yells at these fucking people losing in life.
Oh God. Oh,
he's
dude,
a motivational speaker, and he's yelling at him like he's about ready to cut him.
I think is it David Goggins, the guy that runs like 200 miles?
No, not that guy. He looks like, it's like if you took a movie star and you made him like 9 feet tall, so he became uncastable.
Well,
Tony Robbins.
Tim Robbins.
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
I saw a thing on one time. Dude, that guy fucking chews people out.
Yeah.
I was like, is he motivating them or is he fucking motivating them to do what?
No, that guy just like jumps in a fucking. He's one of those guys. Like he's one of those fucking guys that has a regiment. But I want to write something. I want to read something I wrote just because you brought that up. I wasn't being rude, looking at my phone. But when you said that, I say, is there anything better than last night at 1 o'clock in the morning, East Coast time, midnight Texas time? Yours truly wrote. Just swear to God, it's right. Pickles on a burger or chicken sandwich make life better. It's just incredible. Dude, I had a smash burger at the club last night, a 2-patty smash burger. Bill, the amount of pickles was so perfect, and you got pickle in every bite. It wasn't.
All right, I don't want to be Billy negative here.
You're not a pickle guy.
I'm not a smash burger guy.
Oh, okay.
It's like somebody made you a burger, stuck it in their back pocket, and took a fucking bus ride and then handed it to you. The whole thing is a bun.
No. This was a 2-patty.
I know. The 2-patty is like half the size of what a burger used to be.
Yeah. Oh, you like a thick.
It's like economy. Economy on a plane used to have a little more fucking room. They smushed it all together.
Yeah, I see that. I see that.
Can I give you how I vet a coffee shop real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. This is the deal. All right. If it's a chain, if I'm in a city, like I don't know shit. I got nothing. I'm swinging in the dark here, Paul. If it's a chain, fuck that place.
Okay.
All right. If you go to the website and there's pictures of food before there's pictures of the coffee.
Bill, hold on. I can't lose this. Hold on. I gotta get it on my phone. My shit's gonna die.
Okay.
Stace, where's my charger? Okay, I got it.
Oh, how the fuck would she know where your charger is?
She knew. She said it's on the dresser.
Really? That's amazing. How would she know where your charger is?
I think because I leave shit. No, I leave shit laying around, and then she goes like, what the fuck? You left this here. I put it on the dresser. That's why.
Oh,
but go ahead. What's your regiment?
All right. So here's how. Okay. So if it's a chain, fuck that place. If I go to the website and I see a picture of food before I see the coffee, fuck that place. If you use paper cups and you don't have any real coffee cups, fuck that place. If you offer a cappuccino and a latte in small, medium, and large, fuck that place. If you close in the evening, if you're still pouring coffee 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, fuck that place.
I love that one.
If I
actually love them all.
The first thing I see is some incredible latte art and a matching cup and a saucer, and there's no fucking food, and it's not a goddamn chain, and there's only one size for a latte, one size for a cappuccino, a flat white or cortado. You know what the fuck you're doing, and I'm going there. I'm going there. This is what it is.
I love all of that. The only one that I would give a little pushback on, I don't mind a picture here or there. If the picture is like enticing and the chef or whoever wants you to see it, I don't mind that. But I like
no. If the first picture I see is food.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, I don't want those coffee shops that fat people in Crocs go to?
I got you. Yeah.
And then they stand there with like whatever they start the day, whatever they're eating, it's like you are taking an immediate nap. All of those, I don't even know what they're called. Yeah. All of that shit behind the glass, it's all some version of a dessert. And you're starting your day with that shit. And you just see them. You just see them, Paul.
Yeah.
Those, the coffee shops where the guys are fatter than their girlfriends, and their girlfriends are whatever. Their wife already had a kid, and you're somehow fatter than she is. Fuck that place, dude. There's no excuse for a man. You can't be more out of shape than your wife. If she gave you kids, and you're fatter than she is, there's no fucking reason for it. Walking around with bigger tits than she has, you can't do it, Paul.
No, you can't do it.
No, after what she's been through. What she's been through, you're taking that shirt off and coming to bed, bringing that mess.
She popped out 3 kids, and you're worse. Oof.
And what did you do? Fucking ate steak bombs?
He'd be like, "I'll tell you what, I made the fucking money. That's what I did." All right.
You know what sucks about being 57 is every city, whatever they make, you're too old to eat it. Like you go to Philly, right? You got to get a fucking steak and cheese. A cheesesteak, sorry. A cheesesteak is a young man's game.
I want one so bad.
Oh, my God, dude. If you just want to check out at 63, at my age, you just get a fucking cheesesteak. It's called a steak and cheese in Boston. I don't know what they call it in New York.
All right, I got one for you.
What's up?
Here's a question. If you totally gave up and didn't give a fuck if you dropped dead in the next 2 years and you didn't care if you turn into a 450-pound monster, what are you eating on the daily? Like, what's your
Dude, fuck eating. I already know what I'm drinking and smoking.
No, but
I'm going back to fucking bourbon, and I'm smoking fucking 3 cigars. I'm just smoking.
No, but I mean like eating, like snacks and shit. What's your go-to? Like, are you a burger? Are you a cheesesteak? Are you what's your just like, would just be...
Paulie, I've been out in L.A. too long. I'm a breakfast burrito guy.
Okay.
The fucking breakfast burrito, Paul. I'm telling you, there's nothing on the East Coast that fucks with it. I hate to say it. I had to throw the whole East Coast in there, so I'm not going to get accused of hating on New York again. I'm just saying, dude, the fucking breakfast sandwiches in Massachusetts, the bacon, egg, and cheese. It's just the fucking bacon, egg, and cheese is it's just so basic. They don't even season the fucking eggs, dude. There's nothing on it. You got to bring it home and fucking zhuzh that thing up. It's just something to stick in your fucking stomach so you're not hungry when you go to work. But, dude, the breakfast burrito, and I got to tell you, dude, 2 of my spots changed management, and they're not good anymore. Like, I got to the point, Paul, I learned how to make one at home. That was, like, still mediocre. But you go to a good place, Like, there's a place down the way from me, the tacos, tortas, all of that shit are just next level. And I feel bad. You go in there, and there's somebody like grandmothers in there making the tortillas, still making them, like, from scratch. You still feel bad because they always look miserable. They make them. They're fantastic. But, she's fucking like, 80 years old.
Yeah.
Just like,
I remember you took me to that one place.
Comes walking in with my red face.
Yeah, you took me to that one place. You told me the lady wasn't there anymore.
Yeah, I would do, I would probably do breakfast burritos or any diner, Grand Slam breakfast. I'm a breakfast guy. I'd be crushing coffees all day, smoking cigars. I'd be that guy. I'd be that guy who has like his initials on the fucking collar. I just start dressing like what's his face from Hockey Night in Canada, Don Cherry. I would be a dapper dude, old guy that's just about ready to drop every fucking day.
Dude, I got to tell you something. I would go like
I would be wearing my funeral suit, Paul, every day.
I would go sandwiches. I'm a sandwich guy. I would go chicken cutlet with the fresh mutts and the red roasted peppers. I would go, yeah, dude, I got to go to that. I got to go to Bradley Cooper's thing, man. Like I got to get that cheesesteak, dude. The cheesesteak rolls.
It's incredible.
Oh, dude, I got to do it, man. I got to do it.
And then what's amazing is you can go eat it in Tompkins Square Park that used to be all fucking junkies when I first came there. Like now it's like, I had no idea all of that stuff was in the park. But Paul, if I was on the East Coast, yeah, sandwiches. They don't do sandwiches right, West Coast.
Really?
LA, no. No. It's just anything bread, dough, it just doesn't work out there.
That burger joint that Bartnick used to take us to in Pasadena was incredible.
Oh, yeah. That one. Yep. No, the burgers are crazy good in LA. Burgers, Thai food, Mexican food, steak houses out chop houses in LA. Fucking all of it is insane. Absolutely fucking insane. And the coffee is unbelievable.
And Dantana's is good Italian food.
Yeah, no, Dantana's is great or whatever, but it's not like fucking New Jersey, New York, like the fucking. I mean, you can make a mistake in New Jersey and still get great Italian, like just like stumble into a place, like not even know about it. It's like it's in like I remember when I was working the Count Basie Theater out there in wherever the fuck that is in Jersey, and I just was like, I'm gonna stop in this strip mall. Had like a little Italian like deli. And I went in there and I accidentally like went to the spot. Like every chick there looked like the Italian Real Housewife, all fucking, tanned up with the big titties and shit. And they just fucking do. They had the spread in there, Paul. Oh. Like you and Joe would have just stopped. And it was totally by accident. I wrote it down somewhere on my phone. I had it, but it was like one of those places that like, they made everything fresh daily, and it was like I was already living out in LA, and I'm like, they just don't do this with this. Like they do that with Mexican food out there, but they don't do it. If I'm going to get Italian, Paul, I'm back your way.
See, that's what I love about traveling. It's like I go to LA, I'll go get a burger, I'll go get the burritos, I'll eat Mexican food. Then you come to New York.
You'll blow a producer to get into a movie. You do LA shit.
All right.
I get to New York. I'm near the Port Authority. I just hand my wallet to somebody. I just say, I give it. I don't. You know what, Paul? I don't fight anymore.
Wait, how many picks do we have left, Andrew? Did Bill get all 4?
I got my 4, and then we got the Monday night special.
All right, so I got one more then. So, Bill, you took the Dolphins.
They're all in. You went Falcons, Bills, Texans, Buccaneers.
No. I went Buccaneers, but I didn't finalize the Texans yet because I asked you if you could tell me who was quarterbacking. Do you know who that is?
I had it up a second ago.
Come on, give me a good backup's name. Give me a good backup's name. Come on. Let me know him.
Paul, I have the Dolphins, Browns, and Seahawks.
Yeah, but you're getting
Hey, Paul, no second date. Oh,
Davis Mills.
Yeah, dude, we can't hear you.
Davis Mills.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
You hear me now?
No, I can't hear Paul.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
yes.
Now I can hear you.
Davis
Mills.
I don't know if I like Davis Mills, dude.
Oh, dude, he puts the fear of God in defenses in the NFL. Second, Davis Mills is under center.
Hey, the linebackers are going to be like, hey, Davis, is he open? I don't know, Bill. I don't like this, dude. I can't take the Giants. I can't trust the Giants. I got it. I am going to take away the Texans because Stroud is hurt. I am going to take a team that is slowly surprising people and winning games. And they are playing a bad team, and they are at home. I am going to take our friend Joe Gonzalez, Joe G's Carolina Panthers. I am going to take the Carolina Panthers -5.5 at home against the hapless, paper bag over the head wearing Aints.
Dude, and the Panthers have a surprisingly decent record.
Dude, they're winning. They're home. Nobody's talking about them. These are two bad teams, but the Saints are worse and the Panthers are home. So there you go. I'm going to go Falcons, Panthers, Buccaneers.
I'll tell you right
Bills.
now, Paul, if word gets out, the Panthers might send you some free tickets to that game. Wait a minute, somebody picked us? I love this guy.
Hey, anything better? BetMGM, they picked the Panthers for the first time. By the way, we got to shout out BetMGM, guys. We didn't do that at the beginning. How dare I? Okay? BetMGM, guys, the best sports book out there, the best lines. You guys know them and love them. Me, Bill, Andrew, we've been with Anything Better for years, and we love them. All you got to do is get your device right here and download the BetMGM app and put as little as $10 in your account and make your first wager. If that wager loses, if you lose the bet, you'll get $1,500 in bonus bets to have fun with, okay? Bet responsibly. They also use our code. Our code is Burr, B-U-R-R, very easy. They also have the first touchdown deal, game, promotion, whatever. You pick a player to get the first touchdown in any NFL game. If they get it, you win. If they don't, but in fact get the second touchdown, you get your cash back. There you go. It's that easy. Download. As we always say, bet responsibly. Have a good time with us, and there you go.
Yeah,
now,
don't have something you need to, tell your wife, hey, we got to sit down and talk. Don't gamble like that. Hey, listen, there's something I got to tell you. Who is he? No. It's worse.
He's crying. He goes, Virzi was
You're
good
going to
for 4
divorce
years.
me either way, but there's no money I can give you now. If I just had some broad on the side, you could take the house. But
Bill, he leans forward like this, and he goes, Virzi was good for 4 years. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
You know why I said I got a promotion at work, and that's why you were getting those minks and stuff? Got to be honest with you, I was just riding with Paul Virzi. Who's Paul Virzi? Who's Paul? Is there anything better than Paul Virzi?
Dude, I had a woman come up to me and go, we bought tickets because you made us like $3,000 this year. I swear to God. I swear to God.
Are you serious?
A wife said that to me. She goes, dude, you made us so much money this year. We had to come to your show. Hey, she's not a fan this year. That was an unfollow.
Hey, I'm not coming to her city this year, okay? Maybe in December. We'll see.
Hey, I think I'm going to sit Portsmouth out. All right.
Well, I'll tell you, dude, I love your picks this week. I really do.
Well, Bill, we have a pick to do now. You know what time it is.
And dude, last week, that fucking tell me on paper how you don't take the Cowboys versus the Cardinals. That didn't make Kyler Murray's not playing. Dak's having a fucking MVP year. None of that. He's throwing like fucking 9 million yards. Goes out there and he just shits the bed.
I'm sick. It got me sick. Fucking Cowboys did it to me 2 weeks ago.
Dakota fucking Prescott did not show up. All right. It ain't him.
That'd be funny to fuck with him.
CeeDee Lamb's back. I was sitting there going, Paul's going 2-2.
Dude, we should fuck with him when we go to the game. Nice game, Rain. Hey, Dakota.
He gets enough shit, dude. The most thankless fucking job in the NFL is quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
It is.
You have to listen, Paul. You got to get shit from men that get Botox and wear cowboy hats.
Ugh.
Like, what the fuck world are we living with a shiny new pickup truck, four-door with the 4-foot bed, sitting there acting like they got a ranch, and they're going back to an HOA condo. You gotta take shit from those people.
Dude, I got to tell you this. By the way, I want to thank everybody who came out to Dallas and Houston the past couple of days. Dude, Wednesday night, I'm in Dallas, and there were two guys in the front, and one guy had like the buttoned up shirt, like the collar with the buttoned up, and he had the jeans. And there was just something about him where he kept saying things. He's like, so you're going to talk about, like, he was doing stuff, and there was a guy next to him that just kind of, and long story short, I insinuated that they were gay. And he was like doing this and that. And then I don't know why. I go, something happened. And they laughed. And this guy said, and I go, this guy's going to fuck you in the ass, right? I go, this guy's going to fuck you in the ass. And the whole place is laughing. Dude, then I find out that they are.
Did you even pick it right? Did you get the top and bottom right too?
I got it. The guy goes, dude, yeah, I'm the dude. He fucking said it. And when during the meet and greet, he came up and he kept whispering. He's like, yeah, dude, I fucking used to live in Philly. And like, I was just like, but dude, I went, and the other guy was clearly the girl. The other guy was like this feminine. And dude, but when I said it, it was a joke, but I had like this, and people like, that's true. And then he came up and it was really funny.
I don't know why this reminded me. Back when I used to sell my DVDs, after the show, this gay dude came up. He's like, oh my God, I love you. He put his arm around me. And then before he left, he got a free feel. He rubbed my chest and then walked away. And I was like, ah. It's about 4 months to not feel it.
Dude, you make a good point, though. Dallas dudes are one of two ways. Dallas dudes are either – do we lose Bill? All right, we're back. We had a little glitch there.
Where did I lose you?
No, you're right, though, what you said. And what I've noticed is Dallas guys, you got one or two different ways you get a Dallas guy. You either get the Dallas guy, like the guy's guy, like the beard and like, or you get a guy that's got like cowboy boots and like a little feminine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have like the rancher Dallas guy and then somebody who's trying to be on The Voice.
Real House Husbands of Dallas.
I love Dallas. Dallas and Houston.
Dallas is awesome.
I'm a big fan of Houston, Texas. Southpaw guitars, all lefty guitars. One of my favorite. This is my favorite guitar place in the United States. So that's the hardest thing when I go to Houston. Is not to go there and buy another guitar I can't fucking play.
Yeah, Dallas and Houston are I love. All right, Bill, you know what time it is. It's time for you to sing, buddy.
Oh, I'm going to be on The Voice right now. Let the Monday Night Special win some money for you. Let that Monday Night Special win a fucking bag of cash for you. All right, Paulie.
All right,
we hit two of them this year, back to back. We went 0 for October. Oh, for October. Let's fucking get him some money this week.
I think we're 3. We've won 3 out of 7. Haven't we won 3 or no?
All right, we're playing with house money at that point then.
Well, whatever.
All right, let's get your fans some money, Paul.
All right, here we go. We have the Philadelphia Eagles visiting the just losing, recently tough loss Packers, and the Packers are home -2.5. I think the Packers just lost.
Paul, let me ask you, does anybody know who these two teams are?
Well, I know that there's a little weirdness going on with the Eagles every once in a while in the locker room, but they're still winning. And the Packers have a good team. Packers are home, Lambeau Field. 2.5, though.
Jordan Love. That's going to be a good game.
2.5.
I think they're both going to bring their A game. I think this game, Paul, I don't know shit. This is where I need Jake the Snake. I would say whoever has more of their better players on the fucking field because they're evenly matched, I just need a nudge one way or the other. That's it. I think the Packers can hang with the fucking Eagles, but like if they have a big injury, that they're gonna. I mean, it's a 2-point spread.
I love the Packers. I think that there was an injury too to the Eagles. I don't know if he's back, but I like the Packers coming home off a loss. I think they're a good team. We should.
I like the Pack. I like Jordan Love too. I do like the Eagles though.
Yeah,
and Nick Sirianni. I mean, I love that guy.
Yeah, I do too.
He looks like he has problems sleeping too. Can't shut it off, Paul. He can't shut it off.
Yeah. I like Nick Sirianni.
That guy. And he beat the Chiefs last year. So, like, how do you not love the Eagles?
More than beat them.
Oh, they called off the dogs. They called off the fucking dogs. They were like, the NFL fans are onto us. Just let them play.
Oh, dude.
Oh, did they get exposed?
You called that one. I got to tell you, Bill, your playoffs, too. You had a rough regular season. You got it to like you were like 4 games back. But then your playoff run was epic, and your Super Bowl prediction. And then this year, you start off better. You're back. You're coming, dude. You're back.
I'm back to 500, Paul. I am just an average guy.
I got to get back to down under 10. I'm hurt. All right. Let's do.
Hey, now, you know what you like? You like the fucking Cowboys in 1994. 49ers won it. Then the next year, you came back. You win it again.
Dude, I'm going to tell you something right now. I may beat the book by 4 or 5 games this year. I'm not done, dude. I'm not.
No.
Once I get the break, I need the break. That's it.
That's happening this week, Paul.
Or I'm going to be down 20 in 2 weeks and apologize to everybody. All right. No, it is what it is. I gave you 4 years. What do you want from me? All right, listen.
Fuck that, Paul.
I know.
Paul Virzi doesn't throw the fucking towel.
No, not
Paul
yet.
Virzi talks shit until at least after Thanksgiving.
It's got to be mathematically impossible before I stop talking shit.
That's right.
All right,
like
Bill. I like the Packers -2.5, so we're going to take that. What are we going to do? You want to do
Jordan Love to throw one.
Jordan Love to throw one. And do we want to do, I hate to do it, do you want to do Saquon to get one? Oof, because they're going to give him the rock from the 5-yard line or closer every time.
And he's healthy.
And he's good, and he's coming off of a season-high game.
Yeah.
All right. All right, guys.
I always love when we do this. I love when we take a team and then we bet that the other guy on the other team, the star on the other team, is going to score against our team, and somehow they're still going to cover.
No, because they do that stupid tush push. But if they're 5 yards out, they give it to Saquon. So it's a safe bet because they're going to just give it to him. That bullshit fucking fumble.
Push, Paul. We're back to Dallas again. Stay focused.
Terrible.
So, easy joke. Easy joke.
Oh,
All right. So Jordan Love to throw one. Saquon. All right. So no surprises so far. What's
and we got the game. We took the points, the spread.
Okay.
So there you go.
What's the over/under of Nick Sirianni yelling at Packer fans down the tunnel after the game?
No, after he did that, he changed. I think his wife was like, "You look stupid." Your wife, if you're a coach, your wife's got to say something to you, dude. When he did this, remember he did this shit?
Oh, he did better than that. He went,
your wife's got to go, "What do you do? That looked terrible." My wife would be like, "Paul." Or when he walked through the tunnel, "See ya." Remember he said that to the Chiefs fans? He walked through the tunnel and he looked up and he goes, "See ya."
but I kind of like that because all those fat fucks, like all those people, they take out their whole childhood or their week or their fucking loveless marriage on the guy, and you got to sit there for 3 fucking hours. He's a head coach in the NFL, and you go out there and you just get like this, that whole fucking thing where you got to be a professional because you're on the field. But if you're in the stands and you bought a ticket, you can say whatever you want. Dude, Malice in the Palace should happen once a week, and you wouldn't believe how good the fan behavior would get.
Your joke is so great. You go, "Well, they came up there," and it's true. Dude, Ron Artest, I guess he's Meta World Peace. When that cup hit him, you just saw it. He bounced up off the thing and ran in and just started swinging on guys that didn't do it.
I know. Yeah, he grabbed the wrong guy. I like that one guy who went out on the court and he starts squaring off with what's his face, who's like 6'9", 6'10", like he was going to beat him.
Oh.
And you know what was funny? When you saw that big dude throw a punch, you're just like, you've been like 9 feet tall since the first grade. So he like, it looked like he was throwing a ball in. Like NBA players throw punches like they're trying to do that Dave Parker throw in the All-Star game from the warning track.
They can't. There's no accuracy.
They miss each other. It's unreal.
No, because it starts here and their arm is so long that their arms go behind their heads. Their arms go behind their heads, dude. This was a fun episode. I missed. The only thing this missed was Jake the Snake. It's a fun episode,
Snake, dude. Jake the Snake's the heart of the show, though.
Jake the Snake is just. There's something about that kid. If that guy doesn't give you a smile on your face, I don't know what will.
Yeah, you're not live, Paul.
But that's the show, everybody. Check me out, Gotham, on Monday at 7 o'clock with Paul's Best podcast with John Starks. Also, what do we got? We got Thanksgiving Eve. I'm going to be at Levity Live where I shot my Netflix special. And I'm doing a theater in Connecticut on December 12th. I need to get people in there. It's December 12th, Newtown, Connecticut, Edmond Town Hall Theater. Get your tickets for that. And And I'm going to be working some stuff out at old Uncle Vinny's down in Point Pleasant. I may get a piece of pizza this Saturday, Bill. I may go down there, run some jokes, and get a piece of pizza.
I thought you were going to go, wow, I might get a piece of ass down there. I'm like, Paul.
Yo, dude, I'm going to Uncle Vinny's to work. I'm going to go to Uncle Vinny's in Point Pleasant to work out my jokes and work something else out, all right? Go to paulvirzi.com for all my dates. You guys, dude, I got two big numbers here. The Falcons, now the Falcons getting 6.5 is not a big number, but me and Bill going head to head. Bills, Dolphins. We're gonna see if the Dolphins quit. That's gonna be a good one.
I love that Falcons pick, man.
I hope so.
Really just the whole storyline you built for that game. I think you're on it on that one. All right, that's it, everybody. Thank you for watching. Bet responsibly, and we will talk to you next week.